Stop being a lightweight.
Lightweight. No, 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 no.
Stop being a lightweight.
I'm sorry. All right, I'm not gonna, maybe I'm gonna tease you a little bit, but I'm not gonna be saying that again every time.
What?
Hey, Frost. Hey, Carnifex.
Michael.
Hey,
What up?
Hey, what up? I'm
How goes
happy.
it, my friends?
I'm super happy, and I mean, I'm ready to play and roll some dice, and I hope you guys are too.
yeah.
Heck yeah, that's what I like to hear. So unfortunately, everybody knows that Happy got his wisdom teeth out, and it hurts, and it's just,
Aw.
it's poor him. So he's gonna rest, and maybe we're gonna see him next time. So as you can see, I am not a hit and run DM because I am here. I've been here since 6:30 in the p.m. So there it is.
I mean, as soon as he told me he was getting that surgery today, I was like, no, you're not going to be able to do anything. Because when I did,
Oh,
I
no.
couldn't do shit that day.
You know what? Do you want to be very mad at me?
No.
I don't need to get them pulled out because there's spaces in my mouth for them,
What?
so I can keep them.
Well, I mean, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't need it to be pulled out, but even then, my dentist recommend pulling it out anyway because
Yeah,
when you
not
get
me.
older, it's
She was
gonna
like,
move.
"Hey,
You're
you
like
have
the,
another set of teeth. It's good. Keep them." Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
you're like the next step of human evolution.
Hey, I have one of my coworker who doesn't have any. Like he never had any, and he will never have any.
Huh.
So, yeah. So that's the next step for evolution. Right. So that is not the point here. Frost, you were there when we talked about like a lot of Lost Soul story. So I guess I will have to do it again. I'm sorry for those who heard it. Epi, you're very good at making me say stuff that I don't want to say before a certain time. Shame on you.
What?
Wow, dude,
You said it
push me
willingly,
into
I never
this.
even asked.
Wow.
Shame on you, Frost.
Wow.
Shame. Shame.
Why are you shaming Frost? He did
He wasn't
nothing.
here.
He wasn't. I mean, it's fine.
I'm shaming him.
I'm eating right now, so I'm not gonna retaliate while it lasts.
Oh yeah.
Just gonna
Careful
take it.
because don't underestimate the little gnome part. So yep. So Frost, even though you're eating, you can see the map, right? Frost?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on this map, there's a lot of places, countries, and stuff, and there's races, politics related, that only depends on this continent. There's Aya, who's one of the country known for her beautiful forest, plain in a high top mountain with an ice cap. This continent is like, I refer to it as Canada, because it's when it's winter. What is it?
Nothing.
When it's winter, it's covered in snow, and when it's summer, it's beautiful and full of life. So this is like a good place to live. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's just perfect because it's my country. So
Wait.
Sorry.
If it's not
that
too
was a
hot.
little bit of propaganda.
Wait.
Alright,
If it's not too
Whoa.
hot, not too cold, but it can snow. What? So it can be too cold.
There's a bias
I mean-
here, Nick.
How can I say? I am used to the cold, so what is cold for you isn't for me anymore.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
So
Canadian temperature is different from American temperature.
Yep. So this is like a good place, but it's separated in like 3 sections. So this, from Safe Haven, Sanctuary, and all this part over there. You see my arrow, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this part is always covered in snow, always, all the time. The mountain, everything. It is very cold at this point. It's the less nice. No, it's a lesser place. Nah, how can I say that? It's more difficult to live there if you're not used to the cold. Although there's 2 habitation place, like Sanctuary and Safe Haven. Safe Haven is actually, like the name says, it's built between mountains, and it's how can I make it? Strangely comfortable. Like there's grass there, not always snow, and it's not that cold, and the mountain protects Safe Haven from the cold wind, so it's kind of like good here. White Willow so White Willow here is a portion of Aya that is covered in a deep, dark forest. And some says that if you go in that forest, you may never go out or never find your way home again. So when you get in, there is no guarantee for you to get out. It is known to be the home of numbers of fairies, fey creatures like satyr, dryad, fairies, dragon fairies, and all the kind of fey creature. So if you're a human, and you want to get in, sometimes you don't even see the forest as you walked in. It's like you're walking on a plane, and then at some point you reach the water. So they are protecting their forest very, like they don't like outsiders, and not really much. Sometimes they will accept elves, dragonborn, but everything that is more human-like, they don't. Shadowvale, that you see over here, it's a small village hidden between it's mountain, but it's sorry, I had my word and now it's just running away from me. Give me a moment.
Hills?
Hills, yeah, thank you. So it's a little city hidden between hills. It's covered. This is literally plains, grass everywhere, no trees, plains. It is famous for being a place where you can get lost easily, even because there's no way to find yourself once you're in the hills. It looks all the same. It's green, grasses, flowers, no trees. So if you don't have a good map, you can get lost. It is also known for being the habitat of a lot of bandits or people who wants to disappear. So you have to be careful while you travel in here. And then you have Ashendale. It's this elven city, high elf mostly. It's all at the bottom over here. It's the best place to live. It's warm. It's sunny every day. Blah blah blah. There's a lot of trees that have been there for centuries, very old, and there is like a deep connection to magic that makes wizard and others wild sorcerer more powerful within the border of the forest. It is strange, and some parts have been unexplored. The High Elf who are living there are known to be specialists with wild magic, but they don't share their information with anyone. So you have to, gain their trust to get this. If you cut a tree, the forest will avenge itself. So it is they are living in a deep respect of nature because they had suffered the nature's wrath many times. So it's one of the wild part of Aya. For the Forgotten Island, you have here the Forgotten Island.
One sec. So that whole...
It is covered by a dark cloud from years now. It was an island where the family of pirates would go to hide from the authority, like other kings and royalty and people who wanted their head. So it is a continent where you can easily disappear once you get in. There is no known map of the inside of the island. So if you get in, make sure someone knows that you're in there, because otherwise you may not get help if something happens to you. There on this island, there can be almost any races, because as long as you have a pirate in your family, you can be there, basically. There is a lot of... Yes?
Is this cloud, known? Is it like a magic thing?
It is known. It is magical. It is covering the island, and it's doing something to the inhabitants. They are changing over the years because of its effect. but most people are too scared to leave, so they stay even though they may be in danger. So it is known that there is a dark cloud around this island, but even though adventurers have been sent, none have returned with an answer. So it's kind of like a mysterious part of Aya. One thing we know for sure is that over here there is the Black Mountain. It is like a very high mountain, and it's all, I mean, the ground on it is black, which is why the name is Black Mountain.
Oh, really?
Hence the name.
Yeah, I know. That's wonderful, right? You didn't know why?
No,
Interesting.
I mean, I had no clue.
Some of the dwarves said that years ago, some of their explorer went there and found pure crystal and diamond and one of the highest quality they've never seen. But none is crazy enough to really go there anymore. Because something happened in this mountain, and the miners disappeared. So yeah, that's for the Forgotten Island. There is an island right there at the bottom of Ashendale and Ayas over here. Yep.
Can I call it Chicken Finger Island?
You can call it Chicken Finger Island if you want. So this island is literally on any map. There's no city known on it. Maybe nobody knows for sure. It is usually raided by pirates, so it's a very dangerous place to live. But some crazy person can try. So out of my DM, this is one of the island that, as character, you can choose to make your city, so where you can be from.
So we can name it.
Yes.
Nick has already claimed it.
It's already been claimed.
Chicken Finger Island. All right. So this is now known as Chicken Finger Island. What kind of population do you have on it? Okay, CFI. And what kind of population do you have on this island?
It's all Aarakocra.
Wait. So are we already together at this point, like naming it ourselves, or is it just gonna be like a future thing where we can get it out of the way now?
I'm just relating world thingy. Then you'll met one another, and we can go on a quest.
So we can make it. Okay, so we can just do it ourselves.
Yeah. You'll have to introduce yourself to the party when I'm done talking. When I'm done being lame.
Can we make it like fucking that one island in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory where he found the
you found the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's just like its own race of people there that nobody has found.
Okay.
Who could just
so
take them as slaves.
there is a race of little human.
Yeah.
Who likes chocolate.
No, they don't have to be. I don't want them to actually be Oompa Loompas. I just want it to be. I just want it to be like something cool, I guess.
Okay. So there is inhabitants on this island, but we're not sure actually what race they are, since they don't really like to mingle with other races. They're not racist. It's just that why should they bother?
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that one island that guy went to and got shut up in.
Yep. There is one island that everyone knows that they have to keep their distance with. It's the Dreadmaw lair. It is the island that it has been claimed by the renowned Dreadmaw pirate. They are very savage, very strong, and they don't have any pity for intruders or stupid person who wants to put their feet on their island. I'm just saying. So this is like one island that many have tried to claim, but always return with their broken bones, or even not return.
All right.
So
we're gonna train
up
all of our slaves in Chicken Finger Island to take over Dreadmaw.
They are not your slave. You didn't meet them yet.
Okay, workers, whatever.
You have to pay them. I don't care how, but you have to pay them.
Okay.
All right. So, okay, and then still going down on the map, there is Kadara. Okay, so Kadara is almost like Forgotten Island, except that we know that there's like a necromancer living on the island. And since he arrived there, this huge, cloud of dark energy raised from the water and is now covering the entire island, blocking the sun, and make it hard for life to grow. It's been centuries since he's there, and that the cloud is over the island. The inhabitants have changed permanently because of the influence of the dark magic. Those who escape this place, and it is very rare, they get out with mutation. Some of them can have like claws, but they look like humans, teeth like a cat while they are still human, and other malformation that comes with it. So those are very scary people for the person who's not from there. It is very, very, very rare, like I said, that someone would get out of the island, because the necromancer really control it, and he doesn't want his people to go away for obvious reason. There is no trade from this island. No, not anymore, because it's too dangerous. Nobody wants to get there, because if you go there, maybe you won't come back, and when you have a career, you want to come back, right? You don't want to suicide yourself. So, then we have Goradilla. So, Goradilla isn't covered in a dark cloud. No, it's much worse.
Oh.
On Goradilla, we have a curse that had been placed many, many thousand years ago, all right? This is a very long time. It has been cursed by someone on the island, as there was a war between the lord of the place and the monastery of Helios. So you see there's a monastery over there. Everybody knows it's there. But everywhere on the island, there is undead. Ghouls, skeleton, ghosts, zombies, everything that you can think of. It's walking on plain sight. It is still awake, and if you kill it, it comes back a few minutes after it's dead.
Whoa. So this is a cursed island during the war
Mhm.
between lords and the monastery. Is that what you said?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, and it
Oh,
made
Sorry.
it made pretty much
Stop
everybody.
me if I.
It made
Stop me if I.
Yeah, it just made everybody into skeletons and zombies and shit.
Exactly. So everybody died because of the curse, and Strongfa send sometimes soldiers to try to clean it, because their plan is to get this island back, because it's a huge island with a lot of resources, but they can't access it because of the undead. They don't want to die, and it's just wave and wave and wave of undead. And fortunately, even with them sending soldiers, they don't come back most of the time, and if they do, only a few manage to survive and bring back really scary story. So nobody alive live on the island. There is some little island around it. I know this is like the orange square that someone was tracing with the arrow earlier, but yeah, there's little island around the bigger island. Those aren't touched by the cursed. But some animals, like weird animals that have been touched by the curse, are living on it. So those are still dangerous. They're not as dangerous as the main part, but they're still dangerous. Don't go there unprepared. Then we have Juya. All right. Juya is the swamp. It's the swamp part of this huge continent here. There is a very big jungle at the bottom. Its name is Glastro. This is where you can find any type of tabaxi, oceloti, other animal kind of humanoid. They are living in this jungle. The jungle is very dangerous because there's a lot of poisonous animal in it that look innocent, but they can kill you just by a drop of poison on your skin. So when you travel in the jungle, usually you get a guide, because otherwise you can, it's dangerous. So Glassfur here doesn't have a lord. It's ruled by multiple clan of animal races. They are not racist, but they will consider as prey if you show yourself as weak.
Oh.
Yeah. They don't What is it?
No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just. It was stupid. Just go ahead.
Okay.
World is new.
Shut up.
So, so Glassrow isn't like tourism spot, okay? Really, if you want to go tourism, just go to Safe Haven.
Who the fuck
It's better.
want to go through a swamp just to?
I don't know, because in the jungle there are some pretty rare flowers and plants that can cure many disease and can make better potion. That's a reason to go there. So medicine is one of the main reason why foolish outsider will get in there. Rastor is a camp of Dragonborn and Lizardfolk. They are the entrance by the sea for the continent. Okay, they are like a really protected area that allows the merchant to get safely on Juya. They are quite fierce and doesn't really like human. They call them soft skin, but they're not gonna attack you without provocation. As long as you respect them, they're gonna respect you, basically. But calling you soft skin because you still soft skin, you don't have skills, you. So Rastor is it's not open-minded, but they're not gonna throw a rock at you. They're pretty fierce and proud, so don't insult them. Yeah, it's the best. Somewhere in the swamp, there's another village, not really well known, but there's supposed to be some Yuan-Ti somewhere in here. The Yuan-Ti raid other villages to get supplies, food, money, and jewelry. They will attack you as you travel, because that maybe you have jewels and money, or you're just food. So they don't distinct, like they're not gonna, oh, you're a human, okay, you can go. No, you're human, huh? How much do you have in your pocket? So yeah, there's a space like that, really dangerous. Anitadar is a city like in the swamp. Wood Elf and Kalistar, those who have been touched by the fairies, they are living there. It's one of the only place in the swamp that isn't covered in water and moving sand and dangerously beast and stuff. It's one nice area protected by magic that's only a few known. The only way to get to Anitadar without a map is with a guide. Otherwise you're gonna get lost in the swamp. Yay!
So what was the second race? The Kalistar?
Kalistar, yeah.
What is that?
Kalistar are basically human who have been touched by a higher spirit of Fae. Their bloodline have been mixed with the fairy, and that gave them they have some connection that human doesn't have. So they're improved human. I shall call them like that.
Wow. The Aryan
what
race
is
is real. God damn it, Hitler won.
No, it's a real race, you know. That's not. Sorry.
I've never heard of that before. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a Kalistar. So this is like the human who have been touched by fairies. So that's why they live with wood elves that are closer to nature.
Oh wait.
Kalistar. Wait, listen. Kalistar are known to have divination dreams. Sometimes one of them are gonna get out of the village, go to Rastar, and go to many miles just to tell someone, hey, you're gonna die because of this. And then they just come back to their land. So they're known as prophets, and but people doesn't always take them seriously until something bad happens, as they said it would. So
yeah, and like I told you so.
Are there a lot of these guys? Like, are they?
No.
Okay.
They're like maybe like in the village there's like 30 inhabitants, and there's like 5 Kalistar in the village. So they're very rare and scattered.
Fucking town of them, like Jesus.
No. Yeah. They're very few. There are very few of them. they don't mingle with human that much. They're not gonna like make babies with human. So that's why there's so few of them.
Too good.
Sometimes they're gonna mix themselves with wood elf, but it will not be a Kalistar. It needs to be touched by a fairy kind to work. So that's why there's so few of them. And they also have been hunted by other kings and lord, and because they were prophet. So yeah, they usually tend to try to hide, depending on how am I gonna say, they have like a compulsion to go and tell you you're gonna die because of this. If it's very important and it's gonna change this, like the events of the world, you may encounter an Anatar, like not an Anatar but a Kalistar. But if it's just like, yeah, you die but you're just a farmer, usually they're not gonna move. But if you're like a king or an adventure that is very important, you may see one. Yeah. And but like every prophecy and divination, there's a percentage of chance that it fails. So they're trying their best. Okay, don't throw that.
They're trying their best.
So yeah, okay. So that is for Juya. All right. Any question on Juya?
What was the name of the? Oh, that's the name. Is that whole island up top named Sanctuary? That's.
No. So this. Oh,
What is this island called? What was the name of it?
It's Aya.
yeah, it's kind of covered by
Okay.
Ashdale
Is
there.
that a little ass? Okay.
I'm sorry, it's a little bit covered by
I got it.
Ashendel.
I just missed it.
There you go.
You.
Cool.
Okay. Sorry. Just tell me if I go too fast, because I know I can.
You go too fast. Slow down.
Okay. Okay. So then we have we have Shia. Okay, or Shia, whenever you want to call it. I call it Shia. So Shia. All right. So Shia is the desert. Okay. It is a dead land. There is sand, cactus, sand. Oh, an oasis. Oh no, it was a mirage. All right. Yeah, there is a skull, and like almost like the middle of a dragon. It's one of the first dragon people think it was. I mean, this is the only one they found. It's like a huge skull, almost the size, like it's bigger than a city. So it's not like it's not big like a Tarrasque, but almost. And it's in a perfect shape, even though all this century has passed. So the the white bones, sorry, are just like not sparkling, but the sun has made them very white and shiny.
Bleached.
So there's the skull that stick out of the sand, but the rest of the body is hidden somewhere. They don't know how big it is. Maybe it's covered all this part. Who knows? But it's there. There's nobody living in the skull. Basically because people are like scared. What if it's like a Dracolish or something, and it can eat us? And some prophecy about it. So they're not. I mean, they're scared because of legend, but they're gonna get close to it without being scared of. So that's for the skull. There's the nomad right there. You see like a little drawing. Those tents always move, so they're not like sticking there. It's just because I draw them to have to tell my players they were somewhere. So those tents over here, sometimes they're like over there, sometimes it's over there,
They stay in
sometimes
Shire.
over here.
They stay in
There's
Shire, right?
always they stay in Shia. They don't go in Juya. Those nomad are mostly tiefling. And you're gonna ask how? Because they get the word. They try to recruit as many tiefling as they can because they are more resistant to the heat of the desert. They are good guides, and people living in the desert respect them, which is not the case in every countries. So here at home, and nobody throw them stone because they have demon bloods. People are usually happy to see them. So the nomads are mostly tiefling. There's some humans there and there, but most of them are tieflings. And then you have Vitya. Vitya is this little pointy over there. Yep. It's this little pointy thingy over here. Yep. It is very small, but it's the druid camp. They are all desert druid. They have been taking care of the desert for many years, and it's the one of the only reason why there is still oasis in the desert, even though rain is very rare. They can create an oasis within a day, and they are well known and respected by any travelers that come to Shia. There is always one or two druid in Vidia, and the others are scattered across the continent. They welcome strangers, outsiders. They give them water, supplies, and they try to warn them about the danger of the desert. But if you try to pull anything suspicious, they're not going to hesitate to defend their land. Because in Shia, Vidia is the only place where there's an oasis, always, all the time. It's always there. And there's some grass around. So they are like it's like paradise and hell. So there's a lot of people traveling really far to greet them, to meet them, and the nomads often come by to get food and water and even some seeds to try to plant stuff. So Vidia is working with the nomads, and they are well known and respected. There is somewhere in the desert. We don't really know where. The only one who knows for sure are criminals. Somewhere in the desert, there is an underground city hidden under the sand. It is criminal, slave merchant, drugs addict, drug seller, and stuff like that. And everything that is forbidden is sold there. You can find almost anything that you want. In the middle of this underground city, there is a huge arena, and the ruler of the underground city is the champion of the arena. So it is a rootless place. It is very hard to live, and if you're not ready to sacrifice stuff to get there, you can't get in. It is well hidden, and any person that they don't like, they just kill it. So this is ruled by bad people, let's just say. This is like the city that you don't want to go if you don't have to. But meantime, it is one of the only place that you can find rare magic items, or even like for a spell, like drugs and stuff like that. So it's very dangerous, but sometimes you can have some use from it. Or if you're looking for someone who has been stolen, it's probably going to be there. Bounty hunters often hide there with their prey before they get them to the destination. Because people are going to lose their tracks when they get in the underground city. So it's a lot of criminals. Yeah, a lawful person. I have really a hard time being in there. Once a year, there is a huge arena fight competition. There's a huge competition of fighting. You can attempt to defeat the champion and win the city. But most fighter and people who try don't return from the arena. If you show that you're worthy enough of being invited, you will receive an invitation. You don't know how, but it will happen. Any question about Shia?
You can't just challenge him? That's bullshit. Bullshit.
Oh, you can challenge him, but he's just gonna cut your head off on the street.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't just up and challenge him, man. You got to fight for all the minions.
Yeah, I'll get him.
So you can assert your dominance.
I'll get him with
Exactly.
I'll beat him with my 14 strength. Come at me, bitch.
I'm pretty sure I'd have a better chance of
Alright,
beating him
you
with
say,
my 17 strength.
You say that, and you see this huge Goliath, muscly build, with his great sword that is radiating some kind of red glowing magic.
And he's just a
look
henchman.
down at you
It's just a pussy.
and be like, "You're just a mosquito.
And I'll
Go away before I squish you."
Clearly an orc.
I'll be like, no, you.
And this is how you lose your head. All right, so any question, really, guys?
What do you mean, really? That was a question.
What? I mean, yeah, you can attempt to defeat him. It's just that
No, I don't.
if you defeat him in the arena, he's gonna be fair. If you don't, he's not. So yeah. All right. So if there's no question, we shall move on.
Actually, I do have one question. You said that so this city is basically secret, right?
Yep.
You just have to know the right people to get into it. All right.
If you know the right people, you can get in. Or if you get an invitation, you have clues how to find it. But if you say, if you divulge like this information, you'll get killed.
Ah.
Yeah.
Basically,
So-
a secret society.
So, yeah. If you're invited, you're like, oh my god, what have I done? Or you're super excited, depending on what kind of person you are. So, okay. So that is for Shia. Okay, then we have Bauman. Bauman? How am I supposed to say this? All right.
You
So
named
Bauman.
it.
No. It's okay. I was trying to
Oh.
read happy word on it. That's why I was like, ugh. Okay. On Bauman, there is 3 races fighting for the land. There's the human, there's the centaurs, and there's the orc. So humans are based in Strongfair. That is over here. Strongfair is a huge city close to the sea. Unfortunately, since they can't get out to plant farm and villages to supply the city, they're slowly running out of food. So hunger is in the city, and the civilians suffer the most as the soldier are feed before them, because they're those who fight. So Strongfair is in a delicate situation. It is not a tourism place as well. So Strongfair is mostly human, but there is some gnome, halfling, dwarf that are going to be in the city. Usually if there's halfling, they're going to bring their own food. So, it is difficult to travel to Strongfair. You have to get either by Rastor and go all the way up here and face the centaur who are over there, which is very dangerous. Or you can go by Syria, which I'm going to go in a minute, to get to the land. Or you can go by boat, but that's a long travel, guys. Like,
Nah.
right there. Yeah, it's kind of a long journey.
There's a river right there. We could just take it right through there.
With canoe?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tugboat.
God.
I'm buying that shit immediately.
Okay, so, Strongfair is over there. They're in a bad situation, and they try to call help from many civilization, but some of them don't want to get involved as they're in peace for, like, years now, and they don't really want to fight, and they feel like if they went there knowing that there was already 2 people on the land, that's their problem. So that's kind of sad, but, it's how it is. So Strongfair is just over here struggling for their life. There is the outpost that you see scattered across the land. That are the outposts of centaurs. That is where they live. They also are in trouble because they have difficulty to have new generation as their number are getting fewer and fewer because they are stuck between humans and orcs. They are those who were there first on the land. That was their land. And they are proud and fierce people. They don't want to abandon it for humans and orcs that they judge to be, how can I say, inferior? Yeah, that sounds about right. And then you have the orcs who arrived from another continent, like, that isn't on a map. Sorry about that. They arrived here and decided that they would build a city, a fortress. This is the first fortress of orcs on the map.
What is that called? Durza?
Dirza, yep. It is called Dirza. Dirza is the first fortress of the orcs on Balmon. This is the first step of their plan to conquer the whole continent. So for now they're busy, but if they succeed, they may start to conquer around, which is going to be bad. So for now, they're still struggling between orcs, not orcs, but centaurs and humans. But for how long? As they are the only one who have position, they have the seas where they can fish, they have the field over there, they have 2 camps, really strong camps over there. And to reach, it's really far from Strongfair. And as the centaur are battling between the 2 of them, they can't really reach it without losing more numbers. So they are kind of in the best position, as they can train fast, new warrior, strong warrior, and they are built for war, which is not the case for everyone. So they are in the best position for now, I shall say. So that's for the orcs. They don't like human, obviously, and they despise orcs. Not orcs, but centaurs. Why do I keep saying orcs? Jeez.
He's just like, orcs. I don't know, they're pretty cool.
I don't like orcs. I have an orcs character. It's not a problem. So
You don't
they
like
despise
orcs?
centaurs.
What
I was joking.
What the?
Jeez.
Already
Stop,
biased. Look at
Nick.
this shit. When I
So,
titled this episode, you guys heard it here.
Oh my god. Alright. So and just to pile up on that huge pile that is already there, they are rogue centaur that are attacking human, centaur, and orcs. There are also bandits, humans who turn to be bandits, and also orcs that are just attacking almost anything that comes their way. So Balman is ravaged, by trachet, holes in burned grass and salt and blood. Like at some point, some of the ground has turned red. It's not even brown; it's red from the blood.
All you had to say is just don't go there.
Yeah, so it is a dangerous area, but there's a lot of gold that can be made. The Strongfair is renowned to hire mercenaries, bounty hunters, and almost any sort of free to buy. They also have a lot of golds they can provide for. This point over here, guys?
Mhm.
This is one of the only place in Balman when war hasn't touched it. There's a temple over there. It's a temple of the god of the chaos, like destruction. It is the god Kalos. He have his temple over there. Both human and orcs go over there to pray their god. So yeah, it's over there. It's the only place, in parentheses, neutral ground, because centaurs are still gonna hit it if they can. But since the orcs and human are defending it, they kind of hold on really nicely to it. So yeah, it is one of the neutral area over there. Right. So that is for Balman. Any questions?
It's called Strongfair?
Yep.
Okay, and that's the only human settlement there?
Yep.
And why were they hungry? What was the reason?
So, what is it?
They just can't get food.
Okay, so sorry, my roommate was talking to me. So Strongfair, they are back to the sea where there's not a lot of fish. They don't have a lot of boat because they've been using them to send warriors over Goradilla, and they don't often come back. They can't get villages out to get some field because centaurs and orcs attack them as soon as they see it. Some of the land around Strongfair have been salt, so there's nothing who grow there.
Okay.
That is a strategy that orcs and centaurs have been using, destroying the land around it, so they can't get food from the land. And since they don't have another country to rely for food, they are kind of, some of the country, I'll explain later, but they don't have other human settlement. They were, before the tragedy that hits Goradilla, the humans were living there. That's their home birth over there. But now it's cursed. Isn't it cool? So since that,
Heck
they
yeah.
fled over there, and they don't have food anymore. So they're just slowly running out.
Okay.
There's too much people and not enough land inside the citadel because they have farm. It's just that it's not producing enough for everyone. So yeah, that's a big problem. Any other question?
Mm-mm.
No? All right, let's go to Chilceria. Okay, Chilceria is the continent just, like right beside it. Chilceria is a continent like cold. There's a lot of mountain. Not a lot of people live on it, as it's usually too cold to grow anything. It is known for being the home birth of gnome and dwarf, as there is two citadel that are land citadel that are not underground. They are surface. Brunel and Carden. Brunel and Carden are two dwarf citadel that are not underground, but a little bit of it is on the surface. It is accessible by almost anyone, as long as you have gold and you want to buy stuff, and you're not troublemakers. So, Carden and Bruno, they have been like, they have been touched by the firstness. I'm gonna like, Strongfire is fighting for so long, but they're not giving up. So they have sent food and warriors to Strongfire many times. Unfortunately, they don't always arrive safely to Strongfire because this is the how can I say? Not the gray area, but let's just say that if they hit like orcs and centaur, usually they don't get to Strongfire like alive. But some does, so that's why they keep sending them. Dwarves, are known to be fighting spirits. They bring beers. There's also Dolurin. Dolurin is an Elfling city. It is built between mountains where it's warm. It's one of the only place on Chilceria where there is grass, field, water, and when the temperature is nice and warm. So Elfling are like growing a lot of food there for themselves, for Carden and Bruno, and they even send food to Strongfire. But like I said, it's not always getting there because of the centaurs, orcs, and other bandits that attack the delegation. Sometimes they try to send it by water, but since they're not living close to the how can I say, the edge of the sea, they have to pay a human merchant to bring them to Strongfire. But again, it's not always going where it's supposed to be, as corruption is part of the world. So what does that little laugh mean? It is true. So sometimes humans reveal themselves to be pirates and just go with the food, sell them somewhere else. Sometimes there are nice merchants that bring them to Strongfire. That is why it's still alive. So that's Dolorin. Dolorin is open and friendly to anyone, as long as you're not disturbing the peace, as they really like peace. Carden and Bruno, like I said, they are engineer, they are miners, they are fighters. They are very strong people. They are strong-minded. You don't mess with them, otherwise you're gonna get a fight. Or if you want to get a fight, mess with them. There is the Lost City over here. It was at some point one of the dwarven citadel that was at the surface and underground. Unfortunately, it was lost many years ago as underground creature, we don't really know who or what, had taken the city from them and are now living in it, banishing the dwarf away. They are still sending how can I say, dwarf to fight them, but it's not always working, and at some point it just stopped because it was no use, as the city was already been robbed, decayed, and everybody who was living there, like any dwarven inhabitant, had been killed. So it's now known as the Lost City. If it had a name before, the Dwarven are not going to talk about it. So that's it. Gnome are mostly, how can I say? They don't really have a big city on the surface. They're mostly under the ground. But they do have villages scattered around the countries. So don't worry, Frost. You do have a home. We can talk about where and create a little town for you when you have time.
Okay.
Okay? So don't worry. I don't forget you. You're still there. There is a dwarven king, but he is living under the surface, not really interested about what's going on the surface. The cities, like that Bernal and Carden. Oh, who left? It is. Oh, hey P, are you okay? Okay, you're just muting yourself. So, usually Carden and Bruno doesn't really had to ask him anything. The only thing that they have to respect is if he asks for warriors, they have to send it to him, or money. So they're basically like free cities. On Balman, there is a queen. She's living in Strongfair. Okay. Can you still hear me, AP? Yeah, okay. So there is a queen in Strongfair. She is a human. Nobody really, except if you're from Strongfair, nobody really saw her. She's not very not political, but public. She doesn't like to, because she doesn't want to be a target from orcs or centaurs. So she's mostly hidden inside the citadel. In Evitia, the only real ruler, in parentheses, is the champion of the arena. In Vidia, there is a leader, but she's not controlling like everything in Chaya. And for the nomads, there is no leader. Only, how can I say, someone with the card, one who knows the desert with his art. So usually it's someone who has been elected by the other nomad, and if he doesn't fit anymore, he just get replaced. As for Juya, there is a leader in Rastor. It's the chief. It's a chief dragonborn. Very, it's notable who it is, but I'm not going to say his name yet. Anitadar, there is also a chief who's controlling the life around. Glastro, there is the clan, so of course there's small chief, but nobody really claim the old forest because they can't, because they're always fighting together, like inside. Like one clan of Tabaxi is gonna fight with the Acelity, and the Acelity is gonna fight with the other Foxkin or like Wolfkin and stuff like that. For Goradila, obviously there's no king because everybody's dead. In Ashendale, there's a queen, an elven queen. In Shadowvale, there is a mayor. In White Willow, there is two queen, as the forest is separate in two, but that is politic inside the forest, so you'd have to discover it for yourself. Safe Haven, there is a mayor, and in Sanctuary, there is the head chief. Like, she is the one ruling over there, but she's not really, like, she's not considering herself as a queen. She's more like, I am the general, you're my soldiers, now you obey. But not really like that, because she's very sweet, but, that's how it works. On the Forgotten Highland, there is no king as well, as it's too, how can I say, everybody's, like, related to pirates. So there's a lot of, like, cheating, stealing, and, stabbing in the back, but nobody really in power on it. There is some gang that are more powerful than others. Those who are related to the Dreadmaw, most of all. They are well respected, and like the only one who's not gonna get a steal from. And on Chicken Finger, there is no known ruler for now. We'll see if it's changed. So that is it. Any question from anyone listening?
Yeah, can you repeat the last 5 minutes? No, I'm kidding. I was listening.
Okay, so I don't even. I mean, if it's necessary, I can. But I'm just
No,
gonna have.
I'll
you're
just
basically
I'll just send them my notes. Don't worry, I got it.
Okay, good.
Always do.
You're a
You're
good
just
boy.
basically like describing the hierarchy of
Yeah.
Sanctuary, right? Yeah.
I
or,
just-
or Aya as a
The
whole.
hierarchy is there's Gaia. She's the head, the general or something like that. There's also the legendary spirit Seltor, who is a dragon spirit. What you guys have are minor spirit, so everyone should have a spirit. But Seltor is basically like the king of spirits. Let's go put it that way. He is bigger, stronger, more magical, but he didn't choose a host. He preferred to be in his tree in the middle of the sanctuary. The reason why he didn't choose anyone is that if his host corrupt him, that can be very terrible for the world. So the trees cannot really corrupt him, as the tree has no spirit. So yeah, he can stay himself by being in the tree. Yeah, you can corrupt your spirit if you start acting evil all the time, killing and destroying and like being a jerk and stuff like that. You can corrupt your spirit.
So if
Yep.
if not evil, if I constantly act out improperly, can I corrupt Merlin?
No, he's one of the. I was going there. There's
Okay.
some few spirits that cannot be corrupt. Merlin is one of them.
Of course.
What? Do you really thought I would give that to you? No. So, yeah. There. Okay. So, on top of that, so that was like the story of Lost Soul, without the magical effect that is going to be happening. So, it's if those I recruit with the Roll20 read a little bit of the story. Those who didn't, because I knew them, and I just, hey, how about you just join the game? You don't. So basically, there's been like, where's my thing? I'm just gonna read it. Sorry, I get out of the game to read it because it's not on my game. Yay! Give me a moment. All right. So, all right, for 4,050 years, the spiritual world, which is another realm. So me, how I work with the realm is that there's the dream realm, there's a spiritual realm. Of course, there's hell and paradise, and every god has their little paradise that they called it as they want it to be. But like the eternal plane is basically the spiritual world. Okay, just So the spiritual world have been torn apart by war. The spirit are fighting against the other spirit because they want to get stronger, or they want to destroy everything, or they're just tired of other spirit that are complaining. Any reason is good for them to fight. Otherwise, but there is some spirit that don't want to fight. They're just like, hey, why fighting? That's stupid. You dumb. So some of this spirit, they're called the Guardian. Okay, they are the strong amongst the weaks. I'm just gonna say it like that. Seltor is one of the Guardian. There are a total of 5 of them. But so they created a portal between dimension so they can save the weakest spirit by bringing them into the mortal world. So here, the meteor world is where the humanoid are basically living. Unfortunately, they realize something quickly. If they don't have a mortal body, they are going to decay and die, as their bodies that are basically magic is just going to evaporate in this world that isn't made for them. So some of the spirit had made contact with some of the mortal by asking them, hey, can I share your body and I'll give you something in exchange? So those are the spirit that you have in you now. I'm just going to explain that later.
That makes so much more sense now.
And there is some other spirit that I call the Reapers. Those are the spirit that doesn't want to give anything, they just want to take. So your body, you're going to give it to me. And you're going to die because they're going to kick you out of it. So Reaper are basically just taking your body against your will, controlling it, kick your soul out, and watch it dies as they do what you were supposed to do. So there's basically like the evil part of spirit. I'm just saying like that. The only thing is, your body is not fit for something else that is not you, you know? Your body is yours. So if the Reapers kick you out of your body will start to decay, like very fast. Like within a week, you're basically a skeleton walking. But the spirit that you guys have, don't worry, you're not gonna die. They are sharing your body with you, so the body doesn't reject them. So that means you're not gonna decay. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So some of the Guardian who realized, oh my god, what have we done? We don't want to get in the world to start another war. What should we do? They try to stop them, but at some point, some of the Guardian have been like stopped and controlled, and they're like sleeping now. So the only Guardian remaining is Seltor, the spirit of the Green Dragon. And alone, he cannot get rid of all the Reapers. So that is why Gaia, that is one of the first mortal Seltor talked to, is recruiting warriors, magicians, sorcerers, rogue, all across the world to help her save the Guardian, save the spirit, and also save the world from one that have realized that, hey, Reapers can basically give me an army that cannot die. So there's a lot of, how can I say, evil being against you, but there's also allies and friends and gentle spirit that are there to help you. You are not alone, but one of your duty as the human, the humanoid, like the humankind or elf kind of whatever, all races, you have been chosen to help and purify the other sanctuaries and eliminate the threat of the Reapers, and also the one and only necromancer that has been scaring the shit out of us for decades. So
one thing that I picked up from Pillars of Eternity is the word kith when referring to like every single race, which is
Kith. That works.
Yeah, which is what I typically use now, even when I don't.
So yeah, you have been chosen by Gaia to join her cause, and you have to try and help her purify this world that is under attack by dark forces, Reapers, and that is attacking itself. So that is a huge task. Are you going to be able to succeed?
Nope.
I like the confidence, P. Sorry. Did I lost any of you?
Yeah, a bit.
A bit? Okay, tell me
I
what.
was writing down most of it. So, so there's the Spirit War, and then we're going against the Reapers, right? Because they're taking over people's
Yes,
bodies.
you're going against the Reaper.
Okay, and the Reapers. Okay, that's all I need to know. So Seltor, you said Gaia. Isn't Gaia a god? I'm pretty sure Gaia is a god.
Gaia is a god, but the guy I'm talking to you about isn't.
It's kind of like the cleric Gaia in Sanctuary is basically like Jesus to God.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like Gaia Junior basically.
Oh. Okay.
So this is Gaia. Here you go.
Okay. So Gaia's. Okay. So Gaia's the one recruiting everybody too. Okay.
Yeah.
That was the only
Gaia is the one recruiting everyone. Because Seltor cannot leave. If he go too far away from his tree, he starts to decay, as the tree cannot move with him. Reapers cannot possess you as easily if you have already a spirit within you.
Like
So exactly. So why why did Gaia and Seltor give you spirit? The reason is because they're with you, you are harder to possess, and they have special unknown abilities to you. They have all a little emergency kick. I'm gonna call it like that, and they can protect you from being possessed. So if you don't have a spirit with you, your con save against a Reaper is at disadvantage. So that's why she gave some to you, as they are helping you with some of your abilities, and they can also be your friend. The thing is, if you don't have a good relation with your spirit, they can choose not to protect you, which can be very bad.
Oh.
So usually I would tend to say, try to get a good relation with your spirit as most as you can. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work sometimes. But don't worry, Happy. Merlin is strict, but that doesn't mean he's not gonna like you. So yeah, the spirits they can be used to scout ahead of you. You may want to put this down, write that down, guys. Within 10 minutes, you can send your spirits 30 feet away from you to scout. They can see if there's an enemy. People who doesn't possess a spirit or isn't a Reaper cannot see a Reaper or a spirit. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Normal humans, you can have Chico on your shoulder and they're not gonna notice it. If you see someone staring at your spirit from afar, sometimes you can be like, that isn't normal. Anything else that I want? Oh yeah, spirit cannot pick items like keys or daggers or sword. They can get through walls and stuff. You cannot use them to attack. Like you cannot throw your spirit at something. Some of them are going to pick up some stuff, but like Chico, for example, is going to pick up a leaf to play with it, but it's just what he can do. Don't ask him to pick up a key; he's not going to do it. He's just, he's just gonna have fun with it. Anything else that I can think of right now? They will involve with you as you grow up. They will get a new abilities at level 10. So that's far, but it's still there. If you get blinded or you can't see for any reason, you can use your action to see with the eyes of your spirit.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It is. You can do it once a day.
Mm-hmm.
If you attempt to do something that is against the spirit principle, like killing a child, for example, the spirit can attempt to stop you by controlling your body.
What the?
Yeah. They can stop you, but I will have to roll for it. And you can roll against me.
I will punch my spirit in the face.
They are usually not going to do that, as that costs them a lot of energy. But in necessary action, maybe they are going to try.
Can we put our spirits in timeout?
Yeah. You will have to learn that.
You're going to the corner of my brain.
No, not the corner. Why? Oh, no. You have Merlin, right. How dare you sending me to the corner? Who do you think you are, mister?
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are, mister?
No puns, please.
All right. So, they are going to talk to you, but not all the time. Usually you can request for me to talk for the spirit.
Right.
Sometimes I would be like, oh God, Chico spotted a beautiful dirt bath. You're going in there. Or, Paper saw a river. She wants to go fish. But I'm not gonna do that all the time because it's not supposed to bother you too much.
Right.
So I'm gonna keep it small. All right. If you die, what happens is, if there's someone close to you as you die, you can take the spirit with you to bring it back to the sanctuary. If there's nobody close to you and you die, the spirit will die with you. Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Good.
Rick Merlin.
Oh my god, Nick.
If I'm
Who's
dying,
your spirit
they're coming
again?
with me.
Oh, it's Prickly.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
kill
yeah.
Prickly. She's awesome.
Yeah. Well,
Alright.
she better keep me alive.
Oh my god. You keep yourself alive, mister.
Nope, that's
not
not my
rude,
job.
So that's for the spirit. Reapers can be detected because they can, like, if you see someone staring at your spirit, that's not normal.
Right.
They can also be seen. I mean, if you see a skeleton walking, basically, that's
Mhm.
easy to recognize. Sometimes by talking to NPCs, you can figure out that something is wrong. Like, for example, a loving wife suddenly become a cheater and running around man and leaving her child behind, where she's not doing that usually. Sometimes like, what? That was radical. You know, she was good one day and then she turned out to be that. That's a problem over there. To remove a spirit, like a reaper from a unwilling host, Gaia is gonna give you some special potion that you can just splash on people. You just throw it at the person who's possessed, and it's gonna remove the reapers. You have then like 10 seconds to catch the reaper in a buckle of special glass that she's also gonna give it to you. You have to bring the reaper to the sanctuary so Gaia and Seltor can purify it or just destroy it, which is kind of bad. If the person is saved within like the 3 days of possession, the soul can return to the body. If it's been too long, the body's just dead. The person is gone, is long gone. So you know, that just piece of information that I think it's useful. I don't think there's something else. Does any of you have questions?
No, I've been following along.
Okay.
I think I'm
What
pretty-
about you, Frost?
Not really. Just
Are
kinda
you okay?
really tired.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just kind of really tired.
Okay. Hang in there. What about you, Michael?
He's
Like-
dead.
Um,
He wasn't
Mike?
here.
What? I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
No questions. All right,
No questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
sounds good.
He's the only one who read the paragraph.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. So he knew what he was going into.
Mhm.
Okay. So you guys, you know what we're gonna do is you're gonna put yourself where is your starting place. As if we discuss it, usually you know where it is. Michael, did we choose this place for you?
I do not think we did.
What kind of race are you?
Lizard folk.
Okay, so you could start with at Rastar if you want. Are you a pirate? Is it?
Mm,
It's not you. I think it's someone else. What is your? Let me find your character.
I think you're thinking of Happy's character.
Maybe. Are you Billy?
Motherfucking
Me?
yes.
Or Mike?
Billy.
No, Michael. Michael.
Yes, I'm Billy.
You're Billy?
Motherfucking Billy.
Billy.
What's wrong with Billy? It's fine.
No, I just like saying it like that. It's from. Sorry, continue.
Short
Okay,
for
so we have
Wilbur.
Billy over there in the swamp. That's where lizard folk and dragonborn people usually are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what about the rest of you? So Finn.
So Finn would be wandering, so he can be in any number of places. He's a wanderer, and you'd probably be accompanied by Happy's character.
Happy. Okay, you know what? Who is Happy character again? It's
Emery.
Emery. So
Yes.
Emery received his letter before all of you guys. He went straight for the sanctuary,
Hmm.
and Happy, you just woke up one morning and he wasn't there anymore.
You would have left a note, right?
He left a note for you saying that he got a note and he have to go. Bye. And he went to the sanctuary, and as he arrived there, guy examining him and was like, "Hey, you need to get your wisdom teeth pulled off because that is things for reapers." So he had to go see Klaus, my evil alchemist, dentist. I mean, I can introduce Klaus right now because I just love him so much. Klaus is kind of my, not evil. He just likes what he does. He craft potions, and he's dentist over there. And he's a little bit sadistic because like, who does it hurt? I'm sorry, not sorry. He is the kind who create potion without knowing what they does and give them to people and be like, "Hey, do you want to taste this for me? If you do, I'll give you gold." And you whisper like, "If you survive." So yeah, sometimes they can be surprised in his little potion, but there's always people crazy enough to try them. Sometimes it's good surprise, not all the time, but sometimes. I've been sending his picture over and over on Discord this week, so just gonna find his sheet. Give me a moment. He's just saying he's not the one. He's not gonna get out of the sanctuary for nothing. He's good there. He is. How can I say? People outside the sanctuary are trying to find him to bring him to the underground city. He doesn't want that, obviously. So that is him. So Emery is being tortured by Klaus.
Nice.
Yeah. I know. Who wouldn't want to be tortured by Klaus? So that's for Klaus. He's a human. By the way. All right. So what about you, Finn? Let's put you over there.
Over where?
Here. All right.
Oh.
All right.
That's me, fan. Huh?
That is just awful. All right. Eileen, we discussed about where you started. That's why there's a little heart on the map. All right. That is correct, right? You start here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm good. And Zurek, you start. Do you start at Cardin, Bruno, or Dolorin?
It was in the middle of Tulsaria.
Okay.
So I would have to wander somewhere. I could just roll a d3 to see which way I went.
Go ahead. 1 will be for Bruno, 2 for Cardin, and 3 for Dolorin.
Alrighty. Boop. So I went to...
Oh, Cardin. Yep.
Why does it say... So... Wait. So... I see Cardin, but what's... Oh, okay, that's just name. Never mind. Okay, Cardin.
Yes, it's also good.
I got it.
Sorry.
I just had to zoom in a little bit to actually read it. It's a little hard to read.
Yeah. I the thing is, I kind of like edited this map, and when I try to upload it, it was too big. So I reduced it, and then I reduced this, and then I lose some of the quality of it until it gave me that, and I was like, oh my god, you can't read what I wrote. So I had to put the words. Okay.
That's fine.
So this is where everyone started. So we're gonna start with Billy. Billy, describe us what one of your daily routine day. Billy?
I don't know how I would describe one of his morning routine days.
You wake up in the morning, there's bird shipping.
Wake up in the morning, and and basically he'd go out, and he basically after he wakes up, goes out and he just goes up to start fighting the wildlife there. Because why not?
Okay, Billy.
He's like,
So
you
you
know
walk
what?
away from the village, stomping the
Yep.
ground, proud, wearing your wooden shield, and is it an axe on your back? So you go out, you're all proud and ready to face something terrible. In the swamp, you know that there's a lot of crocodile, alligator, and snapping turtles, and all like snakes and nasty things that can live there. There's also moving sand, but it's been a while since you're living there, so you know your way around Rastor. So let's just say that you encounter some of the crocodile and you fight with them, and it's just like splashing water and blood and teeth and cry from the crocodile, not for you, of course.
Yep.
Anything else? What do you do
No,
with the
not
bodies
really.
once you're done?
Well, let's see. No, here's the thing. That shield isn't made out of wood. It's made out of the alligator skin.
Oh,
Oh, I see. So you just remove the skin from the alligator.
roofies.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I have a shield to go along with my mystery longsword. So
It's kind of creepy because your character actually look like a
Yes.
like a crocodile humanoid.
Like, it's not cannibalism, but it's something.
Yeah. So it's fine. So Billy, you prove your dominance to the crocodile. They are all like swimming away as you just kill some of them. There's some scars on you because you've been battling for as long as you were two. You're a fierce warrior. Everybody knows you in Rastor. You bring back some of the pelt. Do you sell them sometimes? Because your shield is done.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. So let's say you walk over and you see your favorite merchant. Give me a moment, I'll find his name.
Okay.
All right, so you walk up and you see Ekes, who is also a lizard folk, but he looks a little bit more lizard-ish and less crocodile. And he's like, "Hey, Billy, do you have something for me?" And he just look and like at the pelt you're bringing, and you see star in his eyes, and he's very interested. What are you doing?
Oh no, I give him the pelt.
Okay. Wow, wonderful. They are beautiful. And he's just like complimenting you and say how strong you are and all. And then he pockets the pelt and say, "I can give you 50." All right.
Deal.
Okay. There you go. So you get 50 gold for the pelt you brought. He's very happy. And he's like, "Hey, by the way, I have something for you."
Really? What is it?
Yeah. Yeah. As I was strolling around the dock, and he's just making this kind of like look that he's been stealing stuff. And I came across this, and there was your name on it. So as you're the great hunter around here, I was just like, "Hey, I'm not gonna steal that. So here, that's for you." He gave you he gave you a white envelope with like a seal on it, and he gave it to you, and there's your name on it.
Neat.
Neat. And the seal isn't broken, as Ekes know that you're dangerous. He doesn't want to mess with you. It's like, "Here, see how good I am. I'm giving you back your stuff and all." Right.
Well, thank you, and have a nice day. And I just walk away.
Okay. Ekes is just glad to be alive, because sometimes the customers aren't happy when I give them back their items because they're like, "Oh my god, you stole it!" And I have to be careful. So he's mumbling to himself and just patting the alligator's pelt you brought back. All right. So what are you doing with the letter now?
I'm opening it.
Okay. You open it and you see a delicate, like in writing, common, just saying like, "Hi, my name is Gaia, and I've heard of your reputation of being a great warrior. I'd be interested in meeting you. to help you improve your great skills and make you fight even greater enemies. If you're interested, please join this location. And there's location like written at the bottom of the page.
Well, I got nothing better. I got nothing else to do today, so okay.
Today,
bucket-
it's gonna be like 20 months.
It's like, I have nothing to do today. Let's just go. Like
You
this
got nothing
guy.
to do the next 365 days.
So, you bucket the letter, you wrap your stuff in a bag, you say bye to your friends. Do you have families in Restar?
I got like, well, he was adopted, so he has like human parents.
Oh, there's no human in
Yes,
Restar.
He has like dragonborn parents.
Okay. Sorry.
I forgot. I forgot for a moment. There was no humans there.
That's fine. That's
so, yeah,
fine.
he has dragonborn parents.
Okay, good. It's all noted. I'll make sure to add some parents for you. All right. So you get to the dock. There's a few merchant, just trying to travel, and they're like, we need one blade, to travel because it's risky. There's a lot of pirates. Anyone interested in boarding? Billy.
You just see Billy like, I'll go.
They just look at you and then just widen eyes and like, oh my god, you're so huge. Alright. How much do you ask to protect us from the pirates?
About 60 gold.
Per day?
Like about a week. About
Per
like a
week?
Yeah.
Let me talk to my father and I shall, bring it back to you. So, just like 10 minutes after the merchant come back to you, and they're like, we will take the offer. This is our boat, so just go in and try not to break anything. So yay, Billy, you have a nice journey ahead of you. You're traveling in a boat full of vase and delicate porcelain. And very easy to break stuff. So it's a little bit uncomfortable for the huge lizard folk as you are, but at least like that, pirates didn't. Yeah, Billy isn't China boat. So yep. So you slowly make your way over there. There's a few stops in the way to sell some merchandise. They pay you, of course. But let's just say that it's the money you have already in your pocket because I gave you money at the beginning. But for us, you're the only one that didn't give money, so we're gonna do it like in this kind of thingy. So you get to Safe Haven, which is the location. The merchant drop you, but the discreet little port over there, and they're like, "Thank you for everything. Good luck." And you only break 10 ways. It's fine. If we need again a bodyguard, we will ask you. All right, goodbye now, and they're just gonna sail away. Okay, so we have one that is over here. Yay! Who wants to be next? Because you're kind of in the same like line.
Oh yeah. I guess I'll go.
Okay, Finn. So Finn.
How's it going?
You have a bad habit, right? Drinking.
Oh.
Drinking is fun. Drinking and fighting in bars, and that's life. If you don't live life to the fullest, you're just boring.
Mhm.
So, after a couple of tavern brawl and you flying into some dirty water or in the ground, or you punching people so hard they don't remember their name, and then bartenders who have to get involved in bad, that situation where your friend had to save you a couple of times, you wake up in one of the only how can I say, tourism tent that the nomad have, and you you bought it for the night. And as you wake up, you realize that your companion that has been traveling with you for a few years is gone. He's not there. You're alone.
So what was I sleeping in? I was sleeping like a tent.
Like in tent. You have like you kind of pay for the night for the only tent that is available for other people than nomads. You know, you were like laying on some kind of like a wood bed, like the one you can store really quickly. So it's not very comfortable, but it's better than the ground, right? And at least you don't have sand all over your
places.
So so you've been sleeping there. It protects you from the sun and also from the cold of night. So that's kind of the best thing you can find in the desert. But you wake up. There's your stuff scattered around the tent because your friend obviously tried to find all this stuff before leaving. There's a half empty bottle of booze laying next to you. And you don't remember what happened last night.
That's pretty normal. I mean,
yeah, it is pretty normal for you.
So first order of business is he sits up in his bed, and he's looking around. And he goes, "What? Where? Oh, there it is!" And then he finds his flask and takes a swig of it.
Oh
First
no!
thing in the morning. And just a method act for a second. Here goes.
No, I didn't have it.
Oh, it's good. Says Finn, and
Probably eat it.
he's gonna notice
I'll have some of the sandwich.
M, calling out for Emery,
Mhm.
and he does not see him. He searches underneath M's bedroll or bed, looks underneath. He checks the inside of his satchel for maybe a wild shaped rat or something.
Oh
Yeah, you
no!
can't find him anywhere. And then you said he left a message.
Yep.
So Ben will eventually find that message beside his bed, and he opens it up. And what does it say?
Hey, I got a letter. I have to go. Bye.
But I thought we had something.
Oh God.
Finn,
And
Finn,
as you flip it up, on the other side, you see there is location written on the letter.
he squints and kind of does that thing that like old people do when the text is too small. They kind of like bring it away from their face a little bit. He's like, and I'm assuming it says sanctuary.
Safe Haven, actually.
Well, safe haven, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
So
you've
he's
never
going-
been to Safe Haven.
Well, now he's gonna go
Curious.
the first time. So he crumples the ball up, but instead of like throwing it away, he throws it in like his satchel or something. He's very disorganized.
Oh
he,
no.
he quickly throws his sandals on. All his bandages are still on. That's fine. Throws his tunic on. Headband's already on. He haphazardly throws all his shit in his satchel, and he makes his way out and
Okay.
into adventure.
So as you walk out of your tent, you see the tiefling in the nomads camp are already preparing themselves to leave. There's some of the tiefling living there, really white skin, pure like pearl, with a black hair, and she just look at you and start blushing, and then walks away giggling. So you don't know what happened, but there's something happening.
What did I do last night?
I don't know. So yeah, they don't stop you, but they're just like one of the one who is guiding the nomads in the desert, just gonna look at you and be like, "Hey, where are you going?"
I don't know. I got things to do.
Okay. And do you wish to have a direction?
He's gonna stick his finger in his mouth and hold it up to check the direction of the wind. He holds
Okay.
it for a second before he says, "Hey, do you know where the safe haven place is?"
Safe Haven, huh? And he's just
Yeah.
gonna, he tilts his head. I'm not sure, but I think it's on Aya.
Aya.
Yeah.
Right. Do you have like a what do they call those things where it's like a small picture, like a little drawing of the world? What is it? Map. Do you have one of those I can borrow and then never give back?
Mm, I can make one for you.
That would be swell.
20 gold.
Jesus Christ.
10 gold.
20.
15.
20.
17.
20.
19.
20.
20. All right. You pushes it out.
The story just like 15. No. All right. So you pay him?
Yeah, I pay him.
Okay. Okay. So he just gonna go over a table, and just quickly draw on it's like a pelt of a sheep maybe. It's white, you know, and he's just drawing quickly on it, and then he gave it back to you. And as you open it, you're kind of amazed by the precision of this drawing. It's very exact. All the continents are there. It's just minus some like river that he wasn't sure where they were, but you get the big picture of it.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You need to get over there,
damn,
somewhere
you guys
here.
you nomads are exact, huh?
We have to survive." All right.
Hell yeah, dude, I get that. He goes in for a fist bump.
Okay. He's gonna look at the fist, look at you, and then press his fist against yours.
yeah.
Like he wasn't sure. It's like he's kind of making this weird face when you meet someone that is doing something strange for you, but you're willing to try. And he's just like, all right.
He does it. All right.
He does it,
and then,
yeah.
And then Finn is going to take this map that was so carefully drawn by this nomad. He's going to crumple it up and put it in his satchel right in front of him. Yeah. And then he's going
He's just happy it's not paper.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then using the direction of the sun, he's going to make his way northeastward. Hopefully not running into. Actually, would he know that? I mean, obviously, the swamp is dangerous, but would he know that there's a port? What's the nearest and safest port?
The safest port. It's not on the map actually, but it's over there.
Oh, so he's gonna head southward then.
Yeah. Let
then
me
he's gonna
just
go
draw it
around.
quickly.
Yeah.
There you go. Sorry. Yeah, I'm currently redrawing the map. So I will have a better map than this soon, I believe. But yeah, you make your way over there, walking under the hot sun, walking and walking. But we're gonna stop you there because there's Ilin in the desert too. So maybe you're gonna have a friend. All right, Frost. Are you still there?
Yeah.
All right. So it is your turn. What is a daily routine for Ilin and her village in the middle of the desert, like close to an oasis?
Early in the morning, she goes to the family shrine and just prays for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Then she does general, like, chore stuff.
Okay.
Mostly knitting. They're not.
As you were doing your chores, there is a ruckus going on. People are like screaming. There is clashes of blade. Your village is being attacked by desert bandit.
Oh crap! Grab the holy symbol, hide the valuables, head out. See a guy dead on the ground, grab his sword, start fighting.
Okay. So, you get out and you see one of the guard of the town, who had been slayed by a bandit. He's laying on the ground, open wound on his chest. And as he was grasping like his sword, but he's dead now. So you grab his sword and you run to the fight. Are you yelling?
No, just
No? Okay, so you just
Determined.
run up. Your holy symbol
That's pretty.
glowing in the sun. All right. So with some of the guards remaining, you fight those desert bandits. You are quite fierce and strong, as they notice soon enough. The glowing symbol on your chest is also. Hey, don't underestimate a gnome, all right? They are strong and terrifying when they want to. So, Eileen, you join the battle. You slay some. You capture some as well. The lost is like they lost more than your village did, but everybody is amazed by the courage. You oh my god, I can't find my word. The courage you have, and how strong you are. So they're like rewarding you and just patting you on the back and saying like, "Wow, Eileen, we didn't know you were that strong. I'm sorry for everything we said in the past and blah blah blah." The
Wait, what did you say
blacksmith.
about me in the past?
I'll tell you more for your backstory later. So the blacksmith, he comes to you, and he is holding a blade, and he's like, "This was supposed to be for my son, but the bandits killed him, and I cannot use it, and you fought them off, so I want to give this to you."
All right.
It's a long sword. It is designed with the village, like the emblem of the village. It is a really good sword. It's years of craftsmanship. And he's like, protect more people, I can feel like you're gonna do great things. And he's just gonna return to his dad with his wife and just cry about their son death.
It's always that,
So freaking
it's always
sad.
that
Don't
one old,
laugh.
why is there always that one old guy that
sorry.
knows about these things?
You killed this man's son.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm such a bad person. All right. So you get a sword. This is a +1 silver sword.
Oh,
Eileen?
Wait, it's
That is a good sword.
Oh shit.
Um,
I'm taking
Oh, a +1. What now? Long
silver sword. Silver long sword.
Yeah, that's not lasting the night.
It is shining in the sun. Yep. A few days pass. There's other incident going around, other bandits and then animals. And one day, Helene, as you wake up, there's a letter on the table for you.
where did this come from? Carefully open it.
Okay. So you open it, and I don't know, it's like with a really skilled handwriting. Hi, my name is Gaia. I heard what happened in your village. I sent some of my warrior to help, the village defend itself until the situation gets fixed. And as they arrived there, they heard about your courage and how strong you were, and I would be interested in meeting you. If you wish to meet me, join me at those location. At this location behind, like written behind the letter, saying, "Hey, Favan." All right. Right. Eileen?
Sorry.
You didn't hear me?
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
Kind of not knowing what to make of it. Just store that somewhere on her person.
Okay.
Go about her day normally.
Okay. You keep going to your day. You realize that there is outsiders in the village. They are well armed, well trained, having armors. There is a symbol on their armor. It is the like a glowing star with a leaf inside. And as the letter said, they are defending your village.
Wait. I take the letter out and I hand it to the closest one and say, "Do you know something about this?"
You're talking to one of the outsiders or one of yours?
Yeah, the outsiders.
Okay, so you walk up to this human wearing an armor. He looks down, because you're a little bit smaller than him. He looks down at you, see the letter, and just look at you and be like, "Yeah, this is from Gaia. She is the head of the sanctuary." She's the head of the sanctuary. We are basically an organization that is trying to help the world. If she sent you that letter, it's because she thinks you have potential to do more.
Oh. Well, what should I do then?
How about you go and meet her? You don't have to agree. You can still return here if you don't want to.
Is it far?
A little bit. You will have to travel by boat. It's gonna just show you a map and show you the direction you have to take. Basically, you have to go down here, then take the boat, and just go all the way up there. Boop. Sorry. Map was zoomed in.
Well, I guess I better get prepared for a really long trip then.
Yep. Billy is the one who had the last trip to do. He was like, "Yeah, you're on a merchant boat." So okay.
Billy, the most chill barbarian.
Billy, the alligator fighter. All right. So you take the letter, and you feel like you're gonna have to prepare for a long trip. You take your things. Village say goodbye to you and give you like supplies and make sure you have everything you need. And they're like, travel safely and write us letters sometimes and be careful as you make your way. Anything else you wanted to do in the village before you go?
Not really. Just say my goodbyes and quick prayer before I leave.
All right. So you leave, and on your way, at some point, Finn, you're gonna, as you're traveling in the desert, you're ready, you have water, and you know what you're doing, and you came across this drunk human, walking in the dune, sunburn, and just, you're not sure he knows where he's going. Sorry.
He's humming a ditty the whole time.
Do you need help?
He's gonna squint because it's so damn bright. His eyes still haven't adjusted. He's gonna look around, and then his eyes are gonna pan down, and he's gonna say, "What the fuck's a child doing out here?"
Oh no.
He's gonna,
I frown slightly and kick him in the shin. Just a tap.
Oh.
I'm a gnome, you dumbass.
But you're so tiny. He puts his hands on his knees and he bends over. What are you doing all the way out
Please
here?
don't do that.
You are now.
So patronizing.
You can, okay, Eileen,
So
you smell, you can smell the alcohol in this red. Oh God.
You definitely see like a dried out gourd flask hanging from a belt going across his torso. It's dangling. So what are you doing out here?
Well, I'm heading to Sanctuary. I gotta go south to catch a boat.
South.
The question is, what the hell are you doing here?
He's gonna look up at the sun for a second, and then blink because he's staring at the sun and turning his eyes.
Oh
He goes,
my
I think
god.
I'm heading south too. I gotta get a boat to. What'd you say again? Where are you going?
Sanctuary.
Yeah, I think that was it. Something like that, anyway. It began with an S.
Wait, you?
He's gonna pull
I
out.
guess it takes all kinds.
He's gonna he's gonna rummage around in his satchel. And he's gonna pull out his map. And he's gonna say, I think it's this one here. He's gonna point right at Aya. I think it's that one there. Is that where you're going?
For us, you're going on Aya to get to the sanctuary.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, a small world. He's gonna put that map back in his satchel, and he's gonna say, "Well, I guess it as what am I trying to say here? I guess it's my solemn duty to protect a child wandering the desert.
I-
Do you happen to know the way to, where I can get a boat?"
Yeah, it's this way. And Ellen starts walking,
He's gonna
completely expecting the human to eventually collapse from dehydration.
Absolutely not. He follows a right suit, swaying all the way, and he says, "I feel like this is the beginning of an excellent but short-lived partnership."
Oh my god.
I'm Finn, by
Say
the
so.
way. He's gonna put his hand down to you as he walks beside you.
Oof, gotta crouch for that.
Yeah, he gets he gets low. He's basically just bent fully over, putting his hand out to you.
Oh my god. Finn, make me a dex.
Okay. Dex save or just Dex?
Dex.
All right. Oh, it's so small.
Face
Oh.
first into the hot sand. As you, as you miscalculate the distance between Eileen and the ground, and because you're drunk, so you just all right. Sorry.
So
Hey,
the
Finn,
tiny
you know
gnome
that?
with an
That's what
oversized
stupid feels
shield
like.
and sword.
I'm sorry. One of you is gonna have to repeat.
Eileen, go ahead.
So the tiny gnome with the oversized sword and shield grabs the drunk guy by the belt and just pulls him back up.
Brushes the sand off his face and goes, "Thank you. Anyway, what was your name?" His hands back out. I said mine was Finn, right?
Yeah, I think I caught that. Ellen?
We'll put her there, Ellen.
Her hand is tiny.
His hand is not tiny, but he shakes it all the same.
Oh god.
Grabs
Okay,
you by
wait.
the pinky and shakes.
Now, without further ado, let's go. And he starts walking the wrong direction.
It's that way.
I knew that. He course corrects. And he starts heading in the right direction.
Oh my god, that's gonna be perfect. Okay, so Ellen and Finn, you bicker a little bit along the way, but you manage to reach the boat that's over there. Because Ellen was there to make sure you survive, Finn, you arrived there without being completely dehydrated because you only drink beer. And yes, in beer there's water, but it's not enough.
Excuse me. Rum.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Rum. Rum is good, by the way. But yeah. So you get there, and because of Eileen, you're not dead, which is good. So there's merchant as well. They are selling spice, and they're like, we need protection, as we're selling in those pirate swimming seas. So we're hiring 30 gold a week.
Finn's gonna, whisper down to Ellen, "Don't worry, I got this." He's gonna manage his best not drunk walk, and he's gonna
Oh no.
swagger up to the man and say, "You said you're looking for protection?"
Okay, attends. Wait, you're acting not drunk. Am I right?
Well, yeah.
Give me a performance.
Definitely a tough guy. Performance?
Wait,
You have
so
advantage. You have advantage.
you're trying to not appear drunk and also,
Also as
making
a
your
tough guy.
voice deeper?
Basically, yeah. So performance with advantage, you said?
Oh no, that's what you should say. Eileen would be like, "Hey, did his
No.
voice got deeper? Remember in the oh my god, in the movie? All right, never mind.
Yeah.
Say like
Infinity
oh my
War?
god, yeah, with Thor and what's his name? Oh my god. All right, no. Okay, so that was a nat 20 and a nat 1 at the same roll.
Why
Okay,
is this the
luckily
first
for you, you have
20
advantage.
in the goddamn
Okay,
game?
so you're straight up, your posture, and you don't, you clean up your nose, and it doesn't seem like you're drunk anymore, and your voice is more like, what's the word again? Jeez.
Manly?
All right, so you're more manly acting, and he look up at you, and he's like, "Oh wow, man, you look like you can defend us. Sure, we'll hire you."
Hope you don't mind if my daughter comes along. She's my good luck charm. He's gonna jerk his thumb over at Ellen. She can hold her own in a fight. I taught her myself.
You taught a child to fight? Children cruelty.
no.
Do you see the world around you,
It's
man?
Child, I'm just a gnome.
That's my child. She takes after her mother, as you can see. She's not all there, so you're gonna have to excuse the things she says. Just ignore her.
Okay, you can climb
her
up,
children,
and
brother.
keep your hands for yourself. I don't want my spices to be contaminated. So
You don't
Yeah.
gotta worry about that. You're in good hands. He's gonna walk a gangplank.
Eileen, are you getting in?
I give a indignant sigh and shake of the head and follow suit.
Okay. The merchant thinks you're a child, and he's your dad. And along the travel, they are very sorry for you. As Finn cannot keep up his act, although, because it's kind of a long distance.
As long as anyone but Ellen is like near him, he's gonna So one moment he's gonna be drunk, sipping on his rum with Ellen. Then someone's gonna walk up to them at the bow, and he's gonna be like, "Anyway, and that's how I killed 20 Dragonborn with nothing but a dagger, a dull dagger with rust."
Okay, they're very
What are you
impressed.
talking about now?
Okay, so you will eventually get there with a lot of crazy story. Poor Ellen. I'm sorry you have to deal with that.
I
I'm
think you mean
sorry.
you're welcome.
What have I done? Eileen, forgive me. So the two of you reach Aya. All right. What about Zurich? You're all alone in this icy cold to Syria. You've been
I can, yeah. So,
traveling for
Yeah,
a while,
I can go
and you
through.
end up inside of Carden,
well, I kind of want
the
to
citadel of the dwarf. They've been treating you nicely as you're good. You know your way around the forge, which they appreciate. So, what are you doing? What's your daily routine?
Well, I kind of wanted to start
Nick?
at the
Oh no,
Nick,
he's
you-
muted.
Yeah,
Nick.
Nick, you are muted. I don't know if
Oh
you're here.
shit! Was I muted that whole time?
The
Yes,
whole
you were.
time.
Holy fuck! I was trying to stop you because I wanted to start right at the beginning.
You want to just
like
what?
Oh,
No, yeah. So I wanted to start like when I first appeared in Syria, like right here.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I wanted to. So so I guess what we see at the start. So Tulsyria, for me, I completely misread you when you told me that it was deserted. I read it as
You thought
desert.
it was.
I thought it was
Oh
a
no!
oh.
No!
That was just what I
It's-
put in my character, my background.
It's
so-
icy cold.
Yeah. Okay.
like,
yeah. So it's the opposite.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I completely skip over the cold and just went to desert. I was like, oh, okay, it's a desert. Okay, so I had a completely different. But anyway, so so we just see like a cold floor with like a little bit. Is there snow? Is it snowy?
Yep, it is snowing.
Okay. So, with like a light drizzle of snow on like an icy floor, and what we see is we just see this orc. We just see this orc just pop out of existence, out of nowhere, just onto the icy ground. He falls on his back. He's wearing pretty okayish scale mail, some scale armor, as he hits the ground. And he hits the ground with and he just hits the ground like angry for some reason, just angry at something. And as he like looks up to get up and do something, this mace just falls on his head and just knocks him out cold.
Do not ever come back.
Yeah.
As
So he doesn't hear that voice as he just gets knocked out, but like the voice says it from above.
Yep, there's a voice saying that from above as the portal just closed behind
Yeah.
that mace that hit him on the forehead.
And
Yeah.
what we see is a couple of hours later, Zurich like wakes up, and we just see his like face
Under a
come
pile
into
of
focus.
snow.
Yeah, he just like rises up immediately with snow just flying everywhere, and he's just like, and he like looks around like, where am I? Oh. And he like takes the mace and you can see it, and he like puts it on his back with all of his stuff, and he's just gonna travel. He's just gonna go in any direction to figure out what the fuck is going on.
He's like shivering because it's cold,
Yeah.
and he's only wearing like a scale mail, so it's just getting frozen and just oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll
I have
survival.
pity.
Can
Yeah,
I
go
can I roll
ahead.
survival just to see how he ends up.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not very good.
So you were traveling in the mountain, and at some point you lost consciousness again. You fall face first into the snow. You didn't see who saved you, but when you wake up the next morning, you're inside a cave. There is a warm but dead fire in the middle, like it's braised. There is food, but there's no letter, no footprints. You just raise, and this is what you see.
Yeah. Yeah. So he looks around, and the first thing he looks for is the mace that fell on him.
That is still there.
Yeah, and he looks around for it, and he like reaches for it like instinctively, and as he picks it up, he gets a good look at it for the first time now that he's not trying to not die. And he looks around at it, and it's like a pristine mace, and at the top of it, it kind of has the ridges at the top where you hit people, and one of those ridges is completely like shattered. It's been broken by something, and he looks at it and he has no idea what the fuck is going on. Like the whole time he just woke up in this place, and the one thing that he can remember, that he can think about, is this this forge that he was always in, and this voice that was always either yelling at him or giving him praise, or something like
What
that.
are you doing? You're late.
Yeah, and then another voice from a woman that was also doing the same thing, but a little bit like he respected the woman instead. But all he can remember is this forge, and what it meant to him, because it makes his cold heart so warm right now that it's cold outside. Yeah, but he gets up and he looks around and wonders what the fuck is going on. Is it just like a plain old cottage?
No, it's a cavern. You're in a cave.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So where is
You're in a cave.
Is it just goes deeper, or is this the end of it?
It's the end of it. It's only like it's big enough for the snow nut to get in, but you can't really get far under. It's a little bit. It's like it's closer to Carden, but not quite. So you kind of have like 5 hours of walking to get to Carden, but at least you were able to how can I say take a nap.
Yeah.
And go back to your walking. You have no idea how you get there though.
Yeah, can I like do an investigation to see
Sure.
if there's any clues as to who would do that? Okay.
Outside the cave, as you walk away, you see footprints, boots, but you're not sure. Is it a human? Is it an elf? Is it a dwarf? You don't know.
Yeah.
But somebody saved you, obviously, because there's like a trail. Like you see, there's some mark that are deeper, like he carried you. Yeah.
Yeah, and now that I'm safe, Zurich like takes a seat down after looking at that, and he looks outside, and he's like, he thinks to himself like the trail's gonna be gone with the snow out there, so he sits back down, and he can I make some like snowshoes? Some makeshift snowshoes? Like, is there any like wood around or no?
I mean, there's wood for the fire, and like I said, there's like food.
Okay, yeah, that's not then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he looks
you know,
around.
As you're waiting in this cave, trying to figure out how to get back in the snow, you hear like the snow cracks, like somebody's walking on it, and it's getting closer.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, so if it's getting closer, he's just gonna back up closer to the mace, but he's not gonna pick it up immediately. He's just gonna be near it and keep watch of who's coming.
Okay. So you back off and you're like just making sure that nobody just can attack you by surprise, and you see like this individual wearing like a cape covering all of its face. It shakes the snow, look around and realize and he lets go. It let go of what it was carrying, which was wood and also some fresh caught fish from a river that is down, really way down.
Oh my god. Fresh
so
ice fish. I love it.
It's kind of like and just
Yeah.
like grab the dagger it had at his touch, but it's not. No, it's more like, hi, are you going to attack me?
Not if you stab me first.
If you stab first. Okay. So I'm gonna show you. I mean, I have to show for everyone, but that's
No,
So-
only me.
only you. But that's gonna be for everyone. Sorry, if I want it to pop out. So you can see her now that she's like removing her
Oh,
kind of
shit.
cape.
I'm staying in this cave. Fuck that bitch.
So she looks like a human, but she kind of have like those purple eyes, so you're not very quite sure that it's a human. But it is humanoid for sure. And she just let go of her dagger, and she's like taking back what she dropped on the floor, and she's like, I found you in the snow, and you were not moving, and I thought you were dead, but then I found like a pearl, so I just brought you back here. And she settles. She brings the fire back to life, and she starts to cook the fish, and
and Zerk remains quiet the whole time, just like looking at her. And you can see that he's puzzled, but he doesn't know really what to say. Until eventually, as she starts to put the fire back in, he is just like, I hope I wasn't too heavy.
No, don't worry about it.
You must
She
be
kind of
really
chuckle a
strong
little.
Then.
She just smiles, and she's like, I mean, when you have your survival instinct that kick in, you don't really care about how heavy someone is. If you would have stayed one more hour under the snow, you would have been dead.
So you saved my life.
I did.
That is the nicest thing anybody has done for me.
Oh no, please don't cry.
I don't know why I'm crying. I'm just sad.
No, don't cry. Okay, she's like concerned because you're crying, and she just, she came close to you, and she's like a little bit smaller than you, and she's like trying to wipe the tears away, and she's like, don't cry, please.
Zerk is the ugliest crier you've ever seen in your life. So.
His face scrunches over his face or something, sorry.
He's just like, tears everywhere, and she doesn't seem to care. She's like, please stop crying.
I'll try. Okay. No, you don't have to help. You helped me enough. Just, I'm okay. I don't know why I feel like this. I owe my life to you, but I just.
Oh.
Thank you. You're so
Okay.
nice. What are you doing out here all by yourself?
Actually, she looks puzzled. I've been hiding here for a while, and you're the first one you're the first person I see that is traveling. So at first I thought you were someone sent to kill me, but I kind of just leave someone in the storm like that.
I would have been a really bad assassin.
She kind of laughed. Yeah, I figured. Here, you may want to use this for for your feet, and she's just gonna give you boots.
Hey, solid.
Yeah.
I'm not a charity case. What the fuck?
My name is Envy. And it's been like 3 years since I'm leaving here, and she's just like, just sitting down next to the fire.
Yeah. And he looks down at the fire and he sees it for the first time. It kind of snaps him back to the room. And then he kind of goes back and he's just like, Envy, this might sound like a weird question, but where are we? He like pauses before he says what, and then it changes to where are we?
Okay. She looks at you, and she's like, you must have hurt your head pretty hard. You are in Telsteria.
Telsteria, okay. That sounds familiar. What plane would that be on? What realm?
Plane?
Yes.
We are on the material plane. And she looks at you like with question eyes.
Yeah. And as soon as he said that, his eyes like widened immediately, and he touches his chest, and he's just like, wait, material? And he like
yes.
starts to feel around, and he looks down at his arms, and
no.
then he looks at his back, and he like tries to look for something. He's just like, wait, are they? And he like goes around in a circle like a dog looking at his tail, and he's just like, are they still there? Are they still there? No.
What are you?
No, they have to be.
Derek, what are you doing?
I just feel like I'm missing something, like a tail or.
Please, just sit down. And she just, she's patting the floor. Like, sit down, please.
Just a little bit of a
just sit down.
Okay, yes, I'll sit.
Sit. I just see him dropping on the floor, like, yes.
It just doesn't feel like home. Like, imagine if you one day woke up and all of a sudden you were in your neighbor's house, but that neighbor's house was also on an island like 3 million feet away or something.
All right, she's just gonna put her hands on your mouth. Stop talking. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. First thing first. You're not from this plane, obviously, because of your reaction. You look like a Nav orc. Is that what you used to look like?
Yes. I remember my childhood,
Okay.
my parents. It was a wonderful place, but it was not this. Cold.
Oh, I see. You've been kicked out.
What?
Mysterious, just like you've been kicked out. But you should get used to this plane, because this is your home now.
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh, don't call for them if you don't have something to ask for.
Okay.
Here, eat this, and she's gonna like put a fish in your mouth.
Is it cooked at least?
It is cooked, yes.
Yeah, then I'll eat it.
She's like, eat this and shut up.
Anyway.
Oh God. Okay. So no, she feeds you, and she tried to explain to you what's going on. And this is, by just talking to her, you realize that you and her have something in common. Mysterious.
Yeah, he wanted to ask, but then the whole discussion came up about yeah. And then like after he finishes the fish, he's just like, so what are you running from?
I am running from a dangerous cult, actually.
Sounds awful.
It is.
What god do those assholes worship?
It's not. The problem is, it's not even a god. They are worshipping the Devourer, and this is a cult that is placed in Julia. And I assume you don't know what is Julia, right?
It sounds familiar.
Here. Just we're gonna have a little history geography lesson. She's gonna place, the map close to you, and she's gonna point to you like spots and just tell you where the fuck you are. it's gonna take a while.
Mhm.
Let's say you spend at least 4 days in this cave.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I she have a lot to tell you about, and
She's
you
not
know,
gonna- she's not gonna
you're kind of confused.
She's not just gonna be telling me stuff. Hell yeah, I gotta be talking.
She's
about
not gonna
stuff.
what?
Nothing.
Oh no, it's she's very nice, and she is not trying to seduce you. Yeah, very professional, and she's like, you seems like you're confused. I'm not gonna take advantage from that. So yeah, she explained to you where you are, what she thinks happened, that you've been kicked from somewhere, another plane. There's a lot of planes, so she doesn't know which one. She also tells you what she is. I'll send it to you in private. And you know, at some point after the fourth day, she just look at you and she's like, "I have to change location again, and it would be dangerous for you if you follow me. You should go to Carden. They can help you there."
Envy, will I ever see you again?
I don't know. Maybe never.
Hopefully never.
No. Maybe never. It's more like if you see me, that means you're back into Syria and I'm still alive. If you don't see me, that's mean I'm dead. Yeah.
Where are you gonna go?
I'm usually like traveling between mountains. I've been staying in this one for too long now. I have to move up to this one. You know, she's pointing to you the next direction, but I don't stay more than a week at the same spot. So I don't know if you can ever find me back.
Envy.
Yes.
If I ever can help you in any sort of way, I'll come back here and I'll leave a message on the wall for you.
Oh. Okay.
And the heart.
Yeah, that's cute.
I can't
Sure.
just let you saving my life go unrewarded.
Okay. I really appreciate that. You really are a good person. And she's just looking at you and just standing in front of each other, just looking at each other's eyes, and just like.
He doesn't make eye contact with her. Like he.
Oh really?
Yeah, he can't.
Oh, why? Are you shy?
He's pretty. He's not socially awkward. Yeah, he's shy, especially towards women.
Okay. She just places her hands on your heart, and she's like, you know, you get the heart at a good place, and hopefully we see each other again. But if not, if you come back here, I'll find you. You're gonna have this laughing. If you still walk like you walked before, which means leaving a lot of trace. But if you come back to one of my lair, which are marked with this, and she's gonna give you a blue stone.
Mhm.
It's really just a blue stone. My lair are marked with this. If you find one, that's mean you know you're in one of my home. And if you stay long enough, maybe I'll come back. And if you never find me again, that means the cult got me, and I'm probably dead or wish I was.
Not if I
Oh.
get them first.
If you get the cult first, if you wish to go after the cult, you need to be not alone. If you are alone, you can't do it. There's so many of them.
Well, yeah, I'm not stupid.
I want to ask you one thing. If you ever see me being captured by the cultists for any reason, I want you to kill me.
He looks at her like, why don't I just kill them?
What if you can't? And they take me away? You can try to save me, but if you can't, I want you to kill me.
He thinks about it for a second.
Mhm.
And he puts his hand out.
Okay?
Mm.
For a handshake?
Yeah. So
Okay.
So the way that he does it is that he puts his hand out, like he puts his palm upside down, and when the
Mhm.
person goes for a handshake, he puts his palm like on their elbow instead and grabs a hold that way. And
Oh,
his hand is
I
big
see.
enough. His hand is big enough to like wrap around it,
Mhm.
and he is just like, "This is how I say thanks.
Okay.
This is how we keep promises." From
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you, Zarek. And I hope we cross paths again. She's gonna lead you to Cardin. So you travel safely. She knows her way around the mountain. She avoid a lot of icy step, rock, rock falling. Obviously she's been traveling a lot. Like she said, it's been 3 years she's living here. So she's tough, and you can see she has muscles. Yes, she's very strong.
Hell yeah.
just how I like him. Woo.
Yeah, she's very strong. And he didn't. But she have like a great axe in her back.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
In her
Under-
back. Oh
In-
dear.
No,
She should
on her
get
like she
Oh,
carries
looked at by
one.
a doctor.
She carries one.
Right,
Sorry,
Oh my gosh, she's more of my kind.
you. Sometimes I'm just trying my best, but it doesn't
I
work.
know. I just saw the opportunity.
Yeah, no, I wasn't being nitpicky.
Okay, so she carries one, and she takes great care of it. And if there's enemies, oh yeah, Nick, you'll be facing a lot of cold spiders, dangerous mutant wolf that have accustomed to the cold and are more dangerous. Yeah, let's just say that it's a pretty dangerous trip. And when you finally reach Cardin, she stays out like 1 hour before reaching Cardin. She stops and she looks at you and she's like, "That's how far I can go. Keep going in that direction, and you find the dwarf. If someone can help you, it's them."
Yeah, and he just looks forward the whole time, like not trying to show that he's not crying, or trying to not show that he's crying. He's just like, okay.
All right. Oh my God, Durek is just adorable. All right. She, she's just gonna, she gently pat like your arm, I guess, because you're taller. So she just, yeah, I'll be fine. You'll be fine, and good luck. And then she's run away, and she's very fast as she just disappear into the white desert. Let's call it like that.
Yeah, and he turns around and sees her run off until she disappears into the snow and turns around, and he starts to walk forward.
Okay, you walk, and then you hear a lot of movement and armor and like armor working, and the smell of
Yeah, so that's probably the
fires
first
and-
thing. That's probably the first thing that he notices. But is this like well populated as he's going into the city?
oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah. So one thing that you see as he's walking through is that he doesn't like people like touching him. So it's like really crowded and people are like rubbing up against him, and he's just like, he sees that a guy just like bumps into him and doesn't give a fuck, and then he's just like, what the? Just stop, get away from me. Yeah, almost like he's a germaphobe. He's not a germaphobe, but almost like he is a germaphobe. So he's just trying to like not let people touch him. Yeah, as he's going through, and then he hears like the sound of the forge, and he immediately goes that way.
Okay. You just run in direction of a forge, and you see this midlife-looking dwarf working on a masterpiece. It's a beautiful craftsmanship of like an albard, and it's very it looks very sharp, and it's custom, and you can just by looking at it you can see that he spent many days and many weeks working on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
so Zurich goes up to it. Is he still working on it as I go up?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
He looks at the weapon, and he just inspects it for a little bit, just looking at it intently.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the dwarf, and he's just like, "Hey,
Yes. Hi. Oh, what customer? All right. Sorry.
no."
I have to find by my dwarven accent. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's fine.
What can I do for you?
It's like,
Right.
you need to temper the steel more.
How bold are you? Okay. He's gonna, he just stare at you for a moment and be like, "You're right. You're right. You're right." And he's just gonna do it. Yeah.
And he looks at him as he dips it in, because normally it's a temporary. You have to like dip it into oil. So like as he dips it into oil, as he goes to pull it out, Zurich goes, "No longer."
Oh my god. Okay, so you know you show this dwarf how it's done. And you listen for most of it, and then you guys like kind of argue, but it's more like two blacksmiths arguing about which one is better. But at some point, arriving at a decision. Yeah, that's a good point, but mine is also good. And
Can I make my own here? At least for a little bit. Hello?
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 Hmm?
Cora?
Cora?
Oh my god. She's fucking dead.
Yeah, I know. I'm going back. I'm coming back. I'm on my phone and I'm just like, oh no. You offended the blacksmith so much that everything went black.
Yeah.
Gotta reforge that Wi-Fi connectivity.
Fucking
No, it's. I mean, I lost electricity. Everything.
Oh,
Going down.
shit. Oh, well, that's not
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
what?
What is it,
yeah.
guys?
Are you still on Roll20? Or do you have Roll20
No,
on
I'm
your
not.
phone? It says something in the game.
I'm just, give me a moment. Just need the connection back.
Mhm.
It's slowly starting.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, if you would give me a job there, Zurich,
Sure.
Zurich can, like, work there until he gets the letter.
Yep.
And then just go. Because he
Yeah.
didn't want to stay there. He wanted to just work there just to have something to do. But what
Working
would,
that forge.
what would the letter say to him? Would it say, like, what all the others say?
No, it would be more like, I've heard of your incredible craftsmanship. You are very talented. And I think that is something I need too for the sanctuary. You have your place, and you can show us other talents that you have. If your goal is to have protecting people, we are known for defeating cults
Yeah.
and other monsters.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
if you would consider, helping us, we would gladly have your service.
Yeah, and it would be a couple of days until, like, Zurich got that letter. So while he's in Cardin, a lot of the time Zurich would go to, like, temples and stuff. Not to pray, but to see if he can, like, communicate with any of them. And it would probably be the case that he can't. Like, he's just not getting through to any of the gods.
At some point, one of the priests just gonna come at you and be like, "Hey, you've been banished, guy. Get out of my church."
Just walking in. Wow, that's extremely segregatory of you. Yeah, he'll heed him. Like he listens to him. He doesn't put up like any resistance. Like if a guy tells him not to come back, he'll listen. But yeah, that's pretty much. So he goes to all different types of temples and tries to until he gets that letter, and then he's just like, "Ooh, cults." And as soon as he reads cults, he doesn't read any of the other shit. He just fucking crunches that shit in his hand when he goes to a boat.
It's a good
Alright,
cult.
I just gave him a reason to fight. He wants to destroy the cult.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's just because of an encounter because you miss your survival.
Yeah.
I know she's brilliant. She's very nice. All right, my internet is back. I shall move on to my computer.
Yeah. So
Heck
Zurich.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll get you when you come back.
Give me a moment. I'll be right back.
Yo, Zurich is like the ultimate nice guy.
You were expecting a jerk, weren't you?
Honestly.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So Zurich,
Oh my God.
Zurich is just gonna
Yeah.
pay for a boat ride. He's not gonna try to bribe his way on or anything. He just wants to pay for it.
Okay.
So how much is that gonna be?
I mean, they are they're often asking for like, hey, if you give us protection, you don't have to pay as much as you should have.
No, but he doesn't want to provide protection.
He doesn't want to provide protection. Okay.
He just wants to be a
pay
passenger.
money.
That would be I don't know if you have enough money. It's 50 gold a week.
What the?
What the frick?
can like Zurich be like like a repairman, like a janitor?
I don't know. In Cardin, have you made any weapon?
Oh yeah, he would have made. Well, it depends on how long he was there. Like if he was there for like, I was guessing he was there for like 4 or 5 days, so he probably would have made like 1 or 2.
Did you sold it?
Actually, no. He probably would have only had to make 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you have sell it?
No, he wouldn't have sold it by then.
So yeah, you have no money.
Oh fuck.
So the boat are just like, I mean, if you can't pay, you can't board, and if you don't want to pay, I mean, you're kind of useless.
Okay. What about this?
We
What
don't
about,
wa-
what about I go on and I tell him that I have enough money? Like I pay for the first week, like 50 gold, until like we're in the middle of the sea, and then I run out of money, and then they make me like in kitchen duty. They make me,
They're
like,
gonna
just
throw
clean
you
shit.
overboard.
Yeah. Oh really? They would just throw me over? Oh,
Yep.
Fuck. Does Envy come out to sea at all, or?
Roll me 1d4.
Oh fuck. Ah fuck.
All right. So you're struggling to get on a boat, and you just feel like a hand grabbing your sleeve and pulling you away from the crowd.
Excuse me.
You recognize the hand.
No.
Okay.
Damn it!
Damn it.
I don't.
Oh, no.
I can't owe you anymore.
What are you trying to do? And hi, by the way. It's been a while.
I thought it was dangerous for you to be here.
It is, and she have a cape over her head, and she's trying to not to be seen, and like lowering her eyes.
Listen, I need to get to Sanctuary, okay? I can't tell you why. Let's just call it a surprise. But it's something that can help you, and I just need to get there.
That's just so freaking adorable. Alright, so he's like, I need to get there and all, and let me guess, you don't have any money?
I mean, I have some, but just not enough. It's a long journey, apparently.
Okay. I mean, you probably need that more than I do. She's gonna give, like, you're gonna have like a bag in your hand.
Oh, come on, how much is in here?
Do you want to take the time to count?
I'm assuming she would know how much is in her own purse.
Yes, but she's not gonna tell you.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Because you're gonna refuse if she say it.
How much is in here?
No, I'm not telling. And she just start to walk away.
No, I'm not going to accept this.
Bye.
If you don't tell me how much is in here for me to owe you. Damn it!
She's walking away. She's walking away and trying to be subtle, and he's just yelling at her like, "No." Are you trying to catch her? I don't know.
No, he's not gonna chase after her.
Okay.
He just yells up because he doesn't want to cause more attention. She's probably in her danger enough being there.
Yep. She's ready as. So yeah, you have a pouch containing a lot of gold. So you can get on the boat with that, and you open it and you realize there's a fortune in there.
Yeah, he just puts it in the guy's hand, and he's just like with his head hanging low. He's just like.
You gave him all.
No, he'll give him as much as he needs. Yeah, he'll give him as much as he needs.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's not gonna use a cent more of that goddamn gold. He's gonna put that shit away.
Are you sure?
For a rainy day.
I'll type you how many is in
No,
there, and you
I
see
don't
if you
even wanna
if you
know.
succeed.
No, Zerk's not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
count
I'm
it. I
gonna.
don't
Yes,
wanna know.
I'm
No,
telling you. Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Don't tell
Yep.
me. I'm not gonna
I
like
am
it if you tell
telling
me.
you.
Nope, Zerk's not
Alright.
gonna count it. And I don't want to know out of character either.
But how are you gonna repay her if you don't know how much money she had?
That'll. When I save
That's a
her
good point.
ass. When I fucking save her ass, that's when I'm. Because he's not gonna use any more of it. So he's just gonna use whatever he needs to get there, and then he's just gonna put it away.
I see. All right. So, you have a bag of coin with an unknown number of gold.
Undisputed amount.
Yep. You start traveling. Da. Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the location you got, guys, okay, was like a few It's like a few hours from Sanctuary, in the middle between Safe Heaven and the actual Sanctuary. All right. So I'm gonna move you guys. I know it's not snow, but it's the only camp kind of thingy that I draw. Every one of you are gonna find it. The others there. Sorry about it.
It's
Yeah.
so dark.
I know it's the dark. It's nighttime, guys.
Oh wait, I don't have night vision yet. Or dark vision, sorry.
That is Durek
I have dark
And-
vision.
Won't you fucking
Alien.
do?
and Billy. All right. Let me just put you bigger because you're very small compared to the thing. Do you see anything or not?
I can see my token. I don't
Yeah,
have
see my
dark
token.
vision on it.
You should be able to see the freaking fire, for God's sake.
Nope. I have no
Ah.
dark vision.
Nothing.
But you can see the light of the fire.
Yeah, no, I can't see it yet.
Ah. And now?
Well, I see the fire, just not the light of it.
I can see the fire, but nothing else.
Jesus Christ,
What
it's a
the
big
hell?
ass fucking fire.
Hey, I'm sorry,
Is
guys.
this goddamn
I
Burning
can
Man?
also see myself.
a bonfire.
It's the burning
Oh my
one.
God, what if we showed up the Burning Man? That'd be fucking...
Do you see anything now?
I also see the campfire.
No,
Ah. How about now?
nope.
Do you have the first check mark enabled? The like,
Yep.
yeah, you should not. For the first,
That's
for the
why.
first set of them, yeah, because it puts in like
Okay, give me a moment.
what's it called?
And
The thing that
now?
you don't need to use.
Uh-uh.
Fuck, what's it called? Let me go check it out.
No, I know what you're talking about. Give me a moment.
The Fog of War.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How about two? Okay. Okay. So now there's only the fog of war. If I move it, you should be able to see. Oh, it's still dark. What the hell? Did I fucked up my map?
I don't know. Well, if you could see your map fine, that's fine. So you have advanced Fog of War not enabled either, right?
I do.
Okay. So you have dynamic lighting.
What
enabled.
to
Okay.
frick?
It's just weird. Other token have dark vision.
Honestly, you could just turn it all off unless it matters.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. Doop.
That's normally what I do.
Here, it's supposed to be out. Why isn't?
Huh.
Why isn't it out? That's so fucking weird. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Give me a
yeah.
moment.
That is weird. Try.
No
Oh.
problem.
Give me a moment.
My eyes.
Do we just
What is?
do we just meet around the fire? 'Cause
Yeah.
if so, I got
Just give me a moment. I have a beautiful drawing just for that.
I got some choice words for some of you idiots. Alright. I got some choice
what-
words.
Why?
Zurich is gonna lay into you. Just
He's
you
gonna
wait.
lay in-
He's a roast master.
He's gonna start with the gnome.
He may seem nice on the outside, but on the inside, he is just as nice.
He is roast king.
He judges
He's
you
adorable.
like
Stop
the
it.
like the kilns of death. Yeah.
You're not very convincing.
No.
We saw the way you were doing with Envy, and it's just adorable.
The temptress.
She didn't do anything except saving your life.
She did everything she had to
The
do.
only thing she did was exist.
She did everything she had to do to piss me off.
Zerk's
Did
a
she?
fucking... What? She did the exact opposite. Zerk's a nice guy, dude. He's got a fedora and everything.
Yeah, but I'm not a nice guy.
Oh my god, why is Finn so big? Alright,
That's just the way he is.
there you
Oh.
go.
I can see.
Just the way-
Yay!
Right there.
Holy shit, you drew this? What the fuck?
Oh man, I just put you on the. Give me a moment. I didn't put you on the right layer. There you go.
Hey, there we go.
That is a beautiful map that I drew myself, guys. Be nice.
it's got heart and soul put into it.
Yeah, I did. So be nice.
Mhm.
No.
Why are
if you're
we
not,
10-foot tokens?
what is it?
We're 10-foot tokens.
Yes, because otherwise the branches are too big. So I
It's
put you
called-
the size.
It's called being thick, dude.
So big ass logs.
Exactly. I didn't draw them as I draw them bigger, so I'm just gonna put you bigger, so it doesn't seem like you're freaking ridiculous compared
That's
to
fine.
it. Yeah.
Finn is thick.
What does that even mean? So, guys, you reach this destination about the same day, and there's a campfire, and you wait, and then you see more people arriving. Billy, you're the first one, who arrived. You saw them all coming. How do you feel about that?
Well, who
It's
does
all
he see
good.
first? I guess it depends.
It's all good.
It would be Eileen and Finn.
Heck yeah. So we're like fresh off the boat here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, you walked a little before, but yes.
Right. So maybe as Finn and Eileen, or is it Ellen? Frost.
Ellen.
Ellen, right. So while Ellen is Finn and Ellen are approaching this campfire, maybe it's like right off the road. Finn is still doing his deep badass voice. And he's regaling the made up tale of the time that he slayed a cyclops by climbing up its front and gouging its eyes out with nothing but his bare hands.
Does anyone believe you?
I will
Absolutely
insight
not.
that.
I mean, Ellen
what do you
chuckles
have to-
and smirks at his stories,
Can I insight him?
but definitely not believing them.
Well,
Yeah, you can incite him.
It's all fun.
It can be
So
a-
does he have to beat my
Yeah.
performance earlier? Or?
Yes. No. Roll a performance now, Finn, and then he's gonna have to beat it.
I mean, technically, he's lying.
Well,
That's kind of deception, isn't it?
well,
Okay, deception.
Yeah, it's literally lying.
Oh no, Eileen, you trust him? Oh, okay, Billy. You're not easy to impress. All right, you're a warrior. You sub better, and you just see this tin man talking about defeating a cyclops with bare hand. You don't trust one bit. Okay, it's just very suspicious. You're like, no.
Billy just says in Draconic, "Sure you have," and I slay an archdevil.
he's gonna hold up a hand to you and say, "Hey there, buddy. I don't speak any of that gobbledygook. I don't know what you're saying." He's gonna walk over and take a seat on the log. Hope you don't mind if I share your fire. This is my daughter, by the way.
I'm not his daughter.
Oh, poor Eileen.
I just ask Ellen, "Are you really his kid?"
No.
Yep.
Eileen, defend yourself. It's now or never.
Wait, didn't you hear me?
Ellen said no, as Finn said yep. Like at the same time.
Okay.
Billy just
Ellen
looks
said
towards Ellen and he's just like, "I believe you."
Finn laughs.
Oh, jeez.
He's gonna put his elbows on his knees and lean forward into the fire and burn alive. No, he's gonna lean forward and say, "My name's Finn. This is Ellen. We're traveling all the way from Shia. What about you?"
Hi, I'm Billy.
Billy?
Yes.
Okay, Billy. All right, yeah, fine. All right, cool. I like it.
I like the
Billy. It's
Billy?
like it's got pizzazz. I like it.
he's like got a ring into it, like yeah, I like it. He's trying to find a compliment or something.
He's gonna take a sip of his flask and say, "So where are you from, Billy?"
I'm from the swamps.
What, like Julia? Like Julia or something? Are you from Julia?
Around there, yes.
Nice. So, like, what do you do?
I'm mainly a hunter.
Right on.
I
Yeah,
take what I can and sell it for a living.
Sorry.
no problem. So, what brings you this far from Julia?
Well, I'm here looking for new opportunities and such.
What? Hunt all there is to hunt in Julia? No more
Pretty
game?
much, yes.
I like this guy. He says to Ellen. He's gonna go back to nursing his drink.
Zurich, why are you dead?
Because I'm not there yet.
Yeah. You get there
Well,
at the same.
I mean,
you know,
I would have got there before them two.
N-
Though.
no.
You stayed in Didn't you say you stayed in
I was staying in
Pardon?
the cave for like 4 days, and then I stayed in the
Yeah.
town
Okay.
for like
Guys.
5 days.
It's
Hmm?
kind of the thing you how can I say? What happened to all of you? It's meanwhile that what happening. This is happening to others. Like, you all in the same kind of time, space, and all.
Mhm.
The only one who arrived first is Billy,
Right.
because he was just one morning killing crocodile, next morning going on an adventure.
Yeah, but we also came in like in different boats, so I could just say like I came in like right before, like right after Finn and Ellen sit down.
Sure.
Oh, okay, so Zurich is here.
Yeah. I could say I
Alright.
could say I was there. I just didn't sit down at the fire yet. That's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Oh,
You can
okay.
you can move it like hiding in a tree if you want. He's fine.
He's afraid of social media. He really is a white knight.
No, he's not. He's not afraid of socializing. He's just.
He's
Anyway,
very touching.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, he'll walk up right at that after that conversation.
How big is Zurich?
He's pretty tall. How much did I put him?
That's not a number. And how tall is Billy for that matter?
He's 6'5".
6'5".
Yeah.
And Billy? Bilbert?
Billy. Billy.
Michael?
2'11". Holy shit! That is super
Billy,
small.
do you want me to describe what Billy looks like?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I already have my.
You can-
my own,
you
like,
can do that.
description.
All right.
Yeah.
That's why I have the fire bit, because you guys
when
can just describe each other.
Billy
And
just
just
stands up to look over. When Billy just stands up to meet you guys, you see a 7'4" crocodile man, who's a bit over 400 pounds of just muscle, wearing overalls with a great axe strapped to his back, and has a shield and longsword on the other side of his log.
Jesus.
He's a beautiful crocodile man.
Finn is in awe of the sheer size of this lad.
Mm.
Yeah, he's just staring down at you with these bright orange eyes.
Mm.
Finn's too drunk to feel fear. Alright, I already have mine typed out, so I guess I'll go next. I'm just gonna read it
So
word
you
for
just
word.
see this absolute unit of a man, of a crocodile.
Absolute unit. That's gonna be it's Billy, the absolute unit, Anselmo.
Wow. You're a beautiful piece of crocodile. There you go.
All right. Standing at 5'10", Finn seems unsteady on his feet. One might look at him and find that his body is swaying from side to side constantly. He makes a habit of slouching his shoulders, which easily hides his lean muscularity when paired with his loose-fitting clothing. He's fucking ripped, dude. As all monks should be. The tip of his nose is often red from inebriation, which contrasts with his pale complexion, as does the mop of black hair that spills out over his striped bandana, which seems to be a scrap of cloth ripped from elsewhere. His kind green eyes are often half-lidded, making him seem carefree and drunk. A green beard decorates his visage, and he makes a habit of playing with his mustache when in deep thought, which is rare. He wears a sleeveless white tunic buttoned up the middle. From his hands to his elbows, he wraps his arms in bandages, which is a common practice among martial artists. Draped over his torso from his left shoulder to his right hip is a belt, a hollowed out and dried calabash flask hanging from it, as well as some other less important things like a water skin. Who needs that? Doesn't carry It carries water. And it doesn't carry.
You need to drink water to stay alive, you fool.
I'm ignoring you. He always he always wears
You
baggy.
ignore God?
He's an atheist. He also wears.
No, he's not.
Shush! You're outing me.
Sorry.
He wears baggy brown trousers that stop below the knee, revealing the bandages on his legs as well. The straw sandals worn about his feet complete his attire. He doesn't carry any weapons, but he does have a metal flute tucked into the red sash around his waist. Whew. And that's Finn.
What a try
Who's
hard.
next? What?
What a try hard.
You next, buddy.
Fine, I'll be next. So as Zurich walks into the conversation about whatever it was about, because I already forgot, he walks in with his glistening, perfect scale mail armor that has never seen the light of battle until it reached the surface, and then shit. He had to fight spiders and
Yep.
fucking
You had to fight
wolves, and
with
it got-
Envy.
Yeah, and
Well,
it got all
try hard.
dirty. So now it has all like spider guts and all in the
Ew.
scale mail. But he cleans it, so it's a little bit of attention added to it. He has two maces on his back. One is broken, and the other one is completely fine. But it's a normal mace. They're both like crossed on his back, along with a crossbow, a little light crossbow in the middle of it. He has a shield, a backpack, and you can notice that his the chain that's hanging from his neck. It looks like there was a symbol there before. It looks like his necklace had something at the end of it, but it's been ripped off ever since. So,
You are not worthy of wearing my symbol, you fool!
so yeah, that's not there anymore. So it's just a hanging necklace that he has sitting there. And yeah, he pretty much looks like his portrait. He has like really red hair. And like a semi-helmet thingy that he puts on his forehead. He's easily able to take it off. But his beard has gotten has grown a lot more ever since he hasn't kept up with it. Either because he was on the boat the whole time and they didn't have shears or whatever, or for other reasons. But his beard is much more grown out now. And it's a big
Is
red
it
beard.
well
Yeah.
taken care of, or is it gross?
Not really. He hasn't shaved it since he got on the boat, so.
You.
So he's got a Duck Dynasty beard.
No, it's not that long. It's like an inch or two.
Okay.
But it's fine. Yeah, it's just not well kept.
hmm
And it only grows on his neck.
Guys, do you realize the only one who doesn't have a real invitation is Finn?
A real what now?
And a real invitation.
They don't know that.
No, it's just me. I like giggling to myself.
Kick him out.
Alright.
Kick him out.
Alright, so you four arrived and are sitting by the fire and you talk a little.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
Zero comes up and he's just like, "Hey, are you guys here to kill some cults too?"
So right off the bat,
No.
so Finn sees this red-haired dwarf approaching.
It's not a dwarf, it's an half orc.
No, what? That's a weird-looking dwarf. No, I meant orc. Yeah, this
Sorry.
half orc, whatever you are. He sees an orcish person with red hair approaching, and his mouth goes agape, and all the rum in his mouth just like flows out, and then he collects himself and. Hey, didn't know you were there.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I was just watching for a bit. Hi.
Yeah, who are you?
I'm Zurich. Zurich Mall.
He stares at you for a good second,
Well,
and then 1 second.
With her hands crossed over her knees, Ellen says,
Oh.
"Hi, I'm Ellen."
I'm Finn.
hi there. And when Zurich like looks at you, Ellen, he looks through the fire, and you can see as the fire is kind of like covering his face a little bit. But he like starts to stare at you a little bit, and he kind of gets lost.
He's staring at Ellen.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, that's
Ellen
my
gives a
daughter.
polite- Ellen gives a polite, sustained, warm smile.
Mm-hmm. She's like, "Your name is Ellen."
And you just see this
and you just see standing by the campfire this towering, over 7 foot tall crocodile man.
Yeah.
Feeling awkward and out of place.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, like Billy's there, but Zurich just like doesn't pay attention to him. And then for a second, you see Zurich's eyes just like open up like really wide, and then they go back, and they're just like. And he looks over at Billy, and he's just like, "Oh, what are you?"
Whoa, that's a little racist.
I'm literally a 400-pound gator man. There's not much to say.
Does Billy say that, or do you say that?
Yeah.
No, Billy says that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
And he just responds like, "Okay,
Finn just goes, yeah, duh.
I'm sorry if I seem alarmed. I've not seen too many of your kind before. What is your name?"
Billy.
Billy the Gator Man.
Billy. That doesn't really sound like a gator man type of name. I would figure this one over here would be named Billy, not you. And he points at Finn.
Finn looks over his shoulder to see if anyone else is there. That he's pointing at.
Do you look over your shoulder, Finn? Like, who? Me?
Yeah.
Assuming you have a language, right? Billy?
Yes.
Can you even say Billy in that language?
Yes.
What does it
Yes.
sound like? I'm curious.
I say it.
Does Billy translate in whatever language that is?
Yeah, he translates in Draconic.
What's Billy in Draconic?
Make some growls for me, Billy.
It's just Billy.
Beautiful. Did he have
I
your
can't really do
translation?
it because I'm fighting off a cold right now.
Don't worry. Oh, that's fine. Don't worry. So he makes some growls sounds, and
Yes.
you're just like,
Yeah, he hears
"That's
it.
really Billy."
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, okay. Well, you got me there. Well, nice to meet you, Billy. And you. He doesn't say it. He pauses for a second. Ellen. And then he slowly goes to, and you?
He's got a goofy smile as he's waiting for his turn.
What was your name again?
I didn't remember your name.
he doesn't break his smile, but he kind of internally screams and goes, "It's Finn. I'm Finn."
Well, if you guys
And then
are-
he says in fluent Draconic, "But you can call me human friend," or not Draconic. Sorry, but you can call me human friend.
in Orcish?
Orcish.
Yeah. And he kind of smiles
Shoots
a
you
little.
finger guns.
Yeah, he kind of smiles a little bit when you say it like that, and he's just like,
Mhm.
"You said that well. Yes, I believe we can. If you guys aren't here to slay cults, then I kind of didn't read the rest of the letter, so I don't know what else you guys would be doing here."
He stops himself like mid sip and goes, "Letter? What's this about a what?"
Did you not? How did you come that you came here?
Don't you have a letter?
You mean? Do you guys know Emery?
I've not
Oh,
seen
wait a minute.
Emery in my travels.
So he's gonna pull Emery's letter out from his satchel and he's gonna turn it over, and he's gonna read the rest of it. I'm assuming like that Emery wrote his letter on the back of his invitation.
Zurich stands up and he goes to the letter. He's just like, "Oh yeah, let me read the rest of that with you."
So it's more like, yeah, I've been called to do something, but he
and then
took the
and then he
letter with
wrote
him.
the location on the back of it.
Yes,
Oh.
exactly. So it's another one because he had to take his to get to the sanctuary.
Mhm. Right.
So yeah, you have like a blank page with only a couple of words and a location.
So yeah, he's gonna like suck on his teeth for a second. He's gonna turn the page over and show it to everyone. He's like, "I don't think this is the letter you guys are talking about. It."
The writing hand is very different from the one you guys have, by the way.
It is most certainly not from Gaia.
No, Gaia has a very stylish, well-made writing
Yeah, and
hand.
Zurich looks at it and he's just like, this looks like it was written by a 5-year-old.
What'd you say?
It looks like it is written by a 5-year-old. This is not what mine looked like.
I think you might have.
Ellen leans back on the log and buries her face with her tiny hands.
No. Eileen!
Finn looks the letter over and he goes, "Yeah, I think he might have been transformed to an ape when he wrote this." He's gonna crumple it back up and put it in his satchel. Well, I hope you guys will do me a solid here.
Guys, you can roll perception as you're sitting there talking about the letter and all.
Excellent.
Okay,
Hey,
Finn, what? You're drunk. How could you? Oh no.
Solid.
my power comes from being drunk. Drunken
Jeez.
master. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so
Zurich is
only
just reading
Finn.
the letter.
Zurich is just lost and contemplating the fire. So Finn, you hear a little crack, as you're talking,
Mhm.
and stumping, like somebody's running, and then you see like something white and fluffy jumping on you.
He was fucking.
Okay, you say hi.
Can
And
I? So something white and fluffy jumping on. Can I?
Yes.
Can I catch it, or would I have to roll for that?
I mean, you saw it, but you weren't really prepared for it,
Mhm. Yeah.
So it's kind of just falling flat on you as you roll. You just lay backward, and the thing is on top of you. Yeah.
He is. punching
It pounces you. All right, here. Oh, she's very small.
him. Oh my god,
Um,
you're even taller than my daughter.
No, so you've been pounced by Gaia, actually. She's wearing white armor. That's the white thing you saw. So she's pouncing you. You have her dagger on your throat, and she's like, "Who are you?
Lucky.
I did not invite you here."
He goes, I'm Finn. You see, I'm Finn. It's me. Hello.
Okay, so Gaia is 5'2" tall. She's not very tall
So,
and
yeah,
impressive.
She's got a inches on her.
Yeah, no, I'm just describing her, and then
Yeah, I'm just yeah.
She's 5'2" tall. She have red pinky hair with ears and a tail of a fox.
Mhm.
Also, where her feet should be, its paws. She's gonna have little fox paw. She's very adorable. She's wearing a white armor. That's the white you saw. She have golden eyes, really light, and also a symbol of the god Gaia around her neck. And she's showing a little bit of her pointy teeth, like a fox kind of teeth, and she's just like, "Who are you?"
And when she pounces on Finn, Zurich was right there reading the letter, so he just backs up. He's just like, "Oh Jesus Christ, what the?"
And Billy just go over towards where she is.
Okay.
Unhand him!
Billy's just gonna stand over Gaia menacingly.
Okay, hey, Eileen, I saw you moving. What are you doing?
I'm just going. Can I do an athletics check to
Wait for
Can
us.
I do an
Wait,
athletics check to grab Gaia
Michael,
off of him?
Michael, wait. I saw Frost moving before you did, so that's why I want to hear what he wants to do first.
Okay.
Give me a moment. Okay, what about Eileen? What do you want to do?
So Ellen draws the really good sword and holds it up aloft very menacingly and takes a couple of steps back towards Guy and shouts out, "Unhand him!"
Finn points and goes, "Hell yeah!"
Okay.
She has claws.
Yeah, she does, but she's not using them. She's using a dagger.
Oh.
Okay, Billy.
Dagger.
Yeah. Okay, Billy. You walk up to her, and she's just look at you and you see like star in her eyes as she recognizes you. Oh, you're Billy! And then she look at Eileen and, oh yeah, you must be Eileen. And then she look at Zurich and she's like, oh, that's you. I'm sorry, but who's him? Who's that? And she she's just gonna slowly pull back her dagger and just sit on you, Finn.
He says, I'm Finn.
How did you find this location? I did recall sending you an invitation.
He points to Zurg and says, he's got my letter.
What?
Well, if you
No.
Zurg was reading the letter that Emery left him.
Zurg like puts it behind his back, and he's just like, well, if he's not supposed to be here, I guess we're just supposed to kill him.
Hey, wait!
Okay, so you know.
He repeats in Orcish, human friend, human friend.
Gaia looks at you and she's like, you know a lot of language. She answers you in Orcish.
I mean, he's pretty fine. I think there was some misunderstanding with him, and he puts the paper out
Okay.
for her to take.
Okay. She stand up and she looks down at you and then she extends a hand and she's like, come on, get up. Don't just lay there.
He goes to grab her hand and reaches his hand and grabs on and pulls.
Oh no.
Is that typically how you greet people?
And what? He grabbed what?
He grabbed her hand and pulled himself up.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were, sometimes there's somebody who joined the circle and is not supposed to, so I thought you may be an enemy undercover, I just have to be careful, and usually when I jump on them like that, they just scream and run away. So that was kind of a test. I mean, you're kind of brave.
Scream, but I'm pretty brave, yeah, like you just said, yeah, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
All
don't
right.
think he can even see you straight.
I can see
Oh,
both of them straight. He points to
well-
the two guys.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna say this. Alright, if you can see straight, how many fingers am I holding up?
I can't count. That's a trick question.
Yeah,
She's gonna go
I
to
just-
Zurich
I just
to read
say-
the letter, though.
I just say, he's wasted.
Yeah, you'll give it to her.
Okay, she looks at it and she's like, oh, that little mouse. What a tricky boy. Okay,
Yeah.
I see. She just look at Finn and she's like, I guess if you don't have potential, I can just dispose of you. And she just smirk and you're not sure if it's like disposed by sending you back or disposed in another way.
You can take a guess.
That was my idea too.
She's gonna give you a thumbs up. All right. All right. Otherwise, I'm happy all of you managed to reach this place safely, and I shall properly introduce myself. She just, she removed the grass from her clothes, and she's like, so, I am Gaia, and I am the head chief of the sanctuary. Nice to meet you all. And she bows.
I'm Finn. He repeats for like the third time now.
Your name was at the bottom of that. Did you send the letters out?
Yes, I did.
Oh my.
Like personally? Did your hand get cramped?
What is it?
What? He said, what, you wrote him personally? Did your hand get cramped?
No.
Huh,
I
okay.
said it would look different for mine.
Yeah, that's not written by me. She showed the Finn letters. It has been written by one of the member that I called that arrived before you. But he's one of his friends, and she's pointing at Finn. That explains why he's there.
More like his best friend.
Really? That's not what he told me. And she
What?
waved her tails. She waved her little tail, Foxelle, and she's like smirking a little. Okay. She looks at Billy and she's like, "Wow, you're really impressive, and you're freaking taller than her." And she feels a little bit little now. And then she looks at Eileen and she's like, "Yeah, you are very courageous and brave, and I'm very happy you're here. And I hope you stay."
Smacks Finn on the knee with the pommel of the longsword.
Mm-hmm. That hurt you. Okay.
He goes, ouch.
I can't believe you.
What?
You didn't even have a letter.
Well, I did. I never said it was from this one. Points the guy.
Disappointed gnome face at you.
Oh. I see that Eileen is gonna be the one keeping you on straight line. That is perfect. Oh god. You know, he should.
Paladin.
Of course, it's the paladin. That's why I like paladin so much. She gave a thumbs up to Eileen. Right. And what about you? She looks at Zorak. Oh, look at you. You are very impressive too. And she's just gonna, make kind of a circle around you and then just go back where she started. You do look like someone. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
That's what I thought.
I don't know what you are talking about.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I got your letter. I just
Yes?
found it fascinating that you were able to find me after just, me just coming here. He looks at the others to try to not make it obvious what he's trying to say. He's trying to.
She just look at you and she's like, I have my ways. And again, you see the little smirk and mysterious looking, yeah. You're not gonna know all her secret, but she got her way.
That's kind of creepy.
I'm sorry. And then she just innocently smiled at you and waved her the foxtail and looked all adorable.
Please,
All right.
I just want to kill some cults and pay back somebody that helped me. Can you do that?
Sure we can.
Cool.
But if you're thinking about the call that I'm thinking, you're gonna need a little bit more training than just forging,
How bad can they be?
Do not underestimate them. That's gonna get you killed,
I mean, can't we just tell them some sort of gospel and they all kill themselves or something? Sounds easy.
If only it was that simple. But for the rest, I have so much I want to tell you. And after I tell you that, you can choose to go. You don't have to stay. Because if you choose to join my order, it is a dangerous journey. That will bring a lot of goods, but that can also take life. So you have to think of it before joining me. And I would totally understand if you choose not to. I would be disappointed, but I would understand. And, please follow me. And she just started walking away on the little fox paw.
He lurches up and he starts following.
Okay. All right.
Pitter,
So,
pitter, patter.
da-da-da-da-da. It took longer than I expected. No. We can go for more 20 minutes, or we can stop there. How is the group feeling?
I'm good. I'm good for going longer.
Yeah,
we're
20 more minutes?
missing one
That's
person, and I'm assuming Emery is arrived already.
He's in the sanctuary, right? Yep.
Yeah, if he wants to hear
Yeah.
us, we can definitely wait for Happy
Mhm.
to come back.
That would be because next part is just Guy explaining how the sanctuary works.
Yeah, that might be
Mhm.
important for him to learn.
So we can stop here so he doesn't gonna miss anything. I'm just gonna put you in the inn of the sanctuary. That's gonna be the favorite place of Finn, I
Yeah.
can't believe.
Also, I forgot to ask you guys, but was it okay if I recorded that whole thing?
You
Well,
forgot to
you're
ask them?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask at the start, but then you went to the explanations, and I was taking down notes, and I was just like, okay, I'll ask it right when we start. But then I wasn't sure when we started, so then I forgot, and then
Yeah, he records all of, who is this man?
I don't care. So you're all good, man.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I should
you're...
ask.
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Okay, so she brings you into the inn. There's some people. There's human, any race really. There's two bartender. There's Kirk, who's a tabaxi, and there's Boris, that is a human, very strong, very large, and very intimidating. Yes, there's fish on the menu. Okay.
Pasta.
So there's the menu. There's price with it. There's the special. I see that people saw the pasta and pizza. It's only available if Rupert is in the kitchen. You don't know who's Rupert yet.
I'm gonna fucking
But-
find that Rupert.
Rupert is the only one who knows how to make pizza and pasta. Even though Kirk tried to steal the receipt from him, it didn't work. Yes, there's a lot of. That is from Finn, and I feel it. Yes, Finn, there's a lot of alcohol you can buy.
Billy is watching the trunk.
Oh,
He's just
God.
Billy's watching the trunk with the face of like, okay, how long is it gonna be before he makes a complete ass of himself?
I haven't already.
So this is called the heroic golden leave. Okay. It's a very long name. Nobody really called it. It's just the Sanctuary Inn. Kirk has been running it for a while, but then since it's become more and more popular, he had to bring another bartender, which is Boris. Boris doesn't talk much. He usually just stare at people and give them the alcohol they want. And if you don't pay, he's the one who's gonna just go to you and be like, money. Yeah.
No.
Money. No.
Boris, give vodka.
Yep. So you don't mess with Boris if you don't want to get your head crushed. And guys, like, you get one free meal a day. The rest you have to pay it from your pocket. You can drink, but usually we ask not to be drunk when you go out because it can be dangerous. We have a good reputation as the spirit guardian, so I would ask for you, try not to murder Obo everyone. I'm gonna let you rest for the night, and tomorrow we're gonna talk about everything that is to know about the sanctuary, and you can make a decision to stay or not. Until that, it's on the house. Enjoy. Finn, she looks at you and she's like, we heard about your reputation, and if you start doing anything suspicious, you'll get thrown in the snow. Alright.
You don't want to get thrown in the snow. It sucks.
The only response he makes is an as he's already memorizing the menu.
All right. So for tonight, you can order whatever you want. It's free. She said,
Hell yeah.
Ew. Yeah. If you want to stack booze, it's now. But be careful, because if you're too drunk, it's going to be bad. Okay, how long before he makes
That's what Billy's thinking of when he looks over towards Finn.
Oh, God. Okay, so Gaia's going to leave you to it, guys. You can enjoy yourself. There's a little section of the inn when you can fight other customer. It is really strict, like no biting and stuff like that. People in here, when they see Gaia, they're really respectful, and nobody's just throwing drinks and spilling food because everybody knows that it's precious. Because on top of a mountain like that, you basically need safe haven to get food over there. So it's not, you don't waste food and alcohol. If you waste alcohol, you're gonna get beat up by the other drunk in the bar.
Well, trust me, your friend's not gonna waste a single drop.
Oh, I believe you. All right. Oh, maybe you wanted to talk to Gaia, because you can actually. You don't have to. All right. Does anyone want to talk to her?
I thought we were gonna end it.
No, I mean, we're not gonna get like over all the sanctuary and stuff, but
this is
you
just
can
the bar
talk
part?
to. Yeah, it's just the bar part.
Yeah.
Here, my friend, you think too much, and she's gonna order you.
I was thinking whether or not Zarek was gonna ask, but I don't think he would ask immediately. So
She's gonna bring you a glass full of something and bring it in front of you.
Yeah, it's probably like the first like decent meal or like drink that he's had ever since he got off the boat. So.
Oh, that's adorable. And
he
if you want to
really
do
got to
something
see.
about your beer, you just have to ask. There's somebody who can take care for that for you. But she brings you a glass full of something. and a plate. Oh, it's let's say roasted chicken.
Yeah.
That looked good.
Can I roll a like a religion check to see if I know that Gaia's a minor god?
Yeah, sure. Religion.
Yeah.
Okay, you notice that her eyes is glowing more than usual.
Better. Oh, okay. Okay, so like when she hands me the drink, I'm gonna like look at her and be like, "This is quite unusual.
What is quite unusual?
Why are you so friendly?
Why are you what?
Why are
You
you
gotta-
so friendly?
Because I am friendly by nature.
But
It's just smile.
aren't you a god?"
What? No, me? No,
Yes, you.
no,
Yes, you.
no.
Yes. Yeah, you,
Did she
yes.
just go like, no,
No.
no?
Ellen
You're
jumped
lying.
on the
I'm not a god. Everybody's know that.
But
Oh,
no,
Elaine,
you're
hi.
lying. No, you're lying.
Hi.
Yes, you're a god.
No, I'm not.
Hello.
Elaine is
Ellen
a
takes
god.
a big whiff of the air around her, using
Okay.
the
smells like
sense, divine sense
Okay.
feature.
Okay, go ahead.
just
I mean, if she's
smells
celestial,
godly.
she would.
She's
ping
godly.
If she's,
She's godly.
I just
Yeah.
imagine he does like the whole big thing of, oh yeah, that's some good celestial right there.
Yep. She's godly. I mean, you know, she's. It's like she smells very good for you.
Right? Elaine.
Like-
Yeah, she is.
No.
Finn's gonna go.
No.
no, yes, you are.
Listen,
No.
You can
I'm
deny it.
not.
You can-
And she's
Ellen,
just smiling,
while
and
saying
she's like,
that, kind of drops on both knees and just
"Oh no,
kowtows on top of the table.
what are you doing, Aileen? What are you doing? Stop! No, don't do that."
Listen. I have a point here. Listen, it is not a slight towards you. It is just that my inherent nature right now, I don't know what from, tells me that gods are assholes. Most of the time.
I
Also, if there
just-
are infernal things or stuff like that, that also pings.
Yeah, no, she's not infernal. She's God. She's a good. She's a lawful good, godly creature. Let's just go with that.
Something inside of me wants to hate you really, really badly. And to be honest, I don't know what is keeping me
Damn, that's a little racist.
honestly crying as well. But
It's okay. I forgive you. And she's just gonna give her a hug.
Aww.
stop, you're not making this any easier.
Dang it.
She just pat your back, and she's like, "It's gonna be fine. Don't blame me for mistakes of others. It's fine. They're there."
Just want to know what this other's mistake is.
I shall tell you one day, but not
She's
today.
being too adorable.
Gaia is freaking adorable. That's the definition of Gaia. She's adorable. Like, I should have called her Gaia the cute.
Hey, her
Ellen
capability
walks
is
on the table over to Zorak and just hugs him as well.
her capability is
No.
absolutely adorable.
Stop
Oh.
hugging my leg. Get off.
No, she's on the table.
No, yeah, she's standing on the table.
Feet are not
I'm pretty
supposed
sure
to
we
be on
found
the
out first.
counter. That is where I am eating.
That's where food goes.
Let the moment pass.
All right, so she's just like, "Don't hate me for others' mistake," but I can understand. Oh yeah, she's the cute dumb, and she feels like when I talk about Gaia, everybody's like, "Oh my god, she feels like omniscient, like she can do everything." And I'm just like, "No, that's this adorable little person. That's her. Yes." Right? So she's comforting you, and she's like, "But shh, you have to keep it a secret." And she's just waving her tail, and she's like, "Shh."
Wait, keep what a secret?
Of me being. That's not something I want everyone to know.
I don't know what you're talking about. You being a what now?
And thanks. That's good. That's good. Hey, Ellen. you can take whatever you want from the bar and the food. Just rest and enjoy. That's how she found you. Yes, you and Finn. Yeah, you realize that you've been pounced by a god.
Hell yeah. There's
That
nothing in the
feel.
world.
Yep.
Billy just
Um,
asks if he can get like an entire deer.
you get an entire deer and you start eating, and customer just like watching you and they're like amazed and scared.
He puts it on the ground, bites on it, and starts doing a gator roll.
Oh
much-
my god.
You guys just watch Billy's jaw unhinge as he just starts going to town on
That's a
his,
snake.
on his poor deer.
He's just,
Gator-
he get a hold of it and then he starts to chew until one part just go like separate from the rest of the body of the deer, and then he just gulp it, and then he takes another pieces and repeat it. That's how alligator eats. Mwah! I got a little kitty. She attacks me again. Urgh.
Pretty much,
There.
you guys just hear even bones crunching as he
Uh,
Hell yeah.
just devouring the deer.
Kirk is looking at you, happy that you eat and you like the food, and scared that it could be him one day. It's like he's kind of, hey, I feed you, you don't eat me, right? Deal?
I'm not gonna eat you.
Okay, good. He wasn't sure by the way you eating that poor animal. Okay, so Zurich, Eileen, you were about to find out that yes, Guy is some sort of divinity. She doesn't want others to know though. Finn, you were close enough to understand that. But she's
Well-
like, keep it for yourself. And she's very humble. She doesn't want prayers. She doesn't want recognition from others. She just want to do her best for the world. That's the only thing she wants. So then she's just watching over you and be like all adorable with her cute domain, and she's just like happy because she feels like she brought more warrior to defend her cause. So she's very happy about it. You feel you get a good feeling about that. So for the next game, everybody got inspiration for the next action.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. The god is proud of you. And we are gonna stop now. All right.
Okay.
So you don't get any gold except the one you made by yourself, or because you didn't really. You did get some experience from role playing your way out in the world. Basically, it would have been like your level 1 to 3 as you were traveling. So that's why I'm not leveling you up tonight. So, Eileen, when you have time this week, we need to talk about your village. And Michael, we need also to talk about your parents that you left behind. I want to know them a little bit more, because if they're alive, I'm definitely going to use them.
Okay.
So if you have time in this week, just ping me, and I'll give you my full attention if I'm not at work. Thank you everyone for playing tonight.
No
And
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
my pleasure.
ask.
This one
Um,
was a fun session 1.
Nice. So since it was session 1 and everybody had like their little part, I'm gonna ask of you. I mean, even if Nick recorded all, I want to have a little summary, about how Billy was feeling after, you got the letter and you traveled. What happened when you were traveling? It doesn't have to be like a book. Just write a little bit of line and I'll be happy. Like a journal. Like day 1, I'm traveling on the sea. It is very windy and I don't like it. Just something like that.
Okay.
That's, please. So I'm expecting a little bit of
From all of us?
story. Yes, from all of you guys. Just a little bit, just the part you role play, and your feeling about going in the sanctuary. The sanctuary, guys, I'm not sure if I told you, but the sanctuary is basically this huge. See the picture of the game? Like it's a mountain with a castle on it.
Version?
On the game itself, on Roll20. Give me a moment. Trying to find the picture. Don't tell me I delete it. I have so many maps. But if you go to Roll20, when you left the game, when you left the game, there's the picture for the game page. That's the sanctuary on the mountain, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, it's pretty.
It is really pretty. So that's, like on the mountain, you have this castle-looking building, and there's just one path that can go over there, and it's a little bit slippery and dangerous. And without help, you could have fallen. Happy, I have a special mission for you.
Me?
Since you talk to Happy a little bit more than me because you're friend, can you tell him what happened to his character and what he did to you?
Yeah. I'll definitely keep him up to date.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And that he was tortured by Klaus.
Blowing that part out.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Nick, I would like to have the link of the video. I want to hear my stuff.
Also, I love introducing Billy.
Oh, Billy was awesome. I like everyone's character. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, this
The
is
most
gonna be a
chill
fun
barbarian
game.
ever.
Oh, you're so popular because you're like alligator hunter.
And
Plus-
alligator hunter.
Eileen was just adorable, and she was like, "Don't call me a child." Oh,
Also, I love how Billy
He's
just
getting on his
says,
knees. No.
no, that's terrible. All right, you're gonna be thrown at some point. You know that, right, Eileen? Somebody's
have
gonna
to
throw
destroy
you.
He says Billy will launch you.
At your own peril.
All
I
right,
am
all right.
literally stronger than you.
Nick,
Yes.
did you hear me?
Yes.
I want to have the link to the video.
Yeah, are you gonna post it onto your?
Yeah, I'm gonna
your
upload
YouTube
it. I'll probably upload it tomorrow when I get home from work.
Nice, because I want to hear my stuff.
Yes. I would like to hear
Thank-
myself as well.
channel?
All
This
right.
is so fun. Or,
Yeah.
oh,
so thank you.
and
Yeah.
what do you want us to put those like journal entry things?
Summary.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be like a public thing.
It's right
Excellent.
there.
Alrighty.
My video is a summary, though.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, but I like the journal version of it.
Yeah, because it shows like it's like roleplay, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't play D&D to go back to goddamn English class and write these. No, I'm just kidding.
Nick. If you do it, you get bonuses and stuff.
Nah.
Oh.
I don't need your incentives. I'll do it out of the kindness of my heart.
Do you want to know more about Envy?
No. I don't want to know.
Really?
I want to be surprised.
And all hail,
I
all hail
really hate
Billy,
that chick.
the absolute unit.
It's already over.
You hate her? I don't believe you.
She gave me money and I can't repay her. It makes me mad.
You're gonna be able to repair. Don't worry.
No.
If you save her, that's gonna be enough.
Not if she
And
fucking dies, apparently.
You may found her sooner than you expect.
In a ditch.
Mmm.
In a ditch.
No, dude,
Gee.
she's Boris is her in disguise.
You
Oh no.
know,
I just,
You're
I
gonna
thought
order
you
a
would
drink
be
on his
scared that somebody would just pull your like sleeve, but no, you were just like, oh, it's fine. That was her little cute, but she's less cute than Gaia because Gaia is just adorable, but she's more like strong kind of woman. That is beautiful, but she's strong.
Mm.
All right, so good night to all. Thank you for playing,
Good night
and
to
see
you
you
as well.
soon.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you
Don't
for
be a
gaming.
stranger.
Goodbye.
Bye.